We don't have great reason to assume that, but that's the assumption we've made. And while heading to Splinterdish for our possible rescue operation, we were intercepted by Nex Voyer and Captain whose name we don't know, but who I had assumed died. And we chatted it up, and they were like, "Pirates? I hate those guys." And they decided to join with us in what is now apparently a much larger scale attack on Splinterdish and the evil pirates who reside there. Also, Gigsley is there, and he's like the quest recipient for a lot of things we have going on, and I don't know how I feel about him. So, uh, Cluroki and Fagrin and some people are on the Twilight's Revenge now, along with pirates of uncertain allegiance. 10 of them, I believe, that we got from Nex Voyer. Meanwhile, Floki and, like everybody else, are just sardined into the red herring, which made it to Splinterdish. And we got a real nice sleep. And Tulu turned into some kind of sea dinosaur and is currently beneath the waves with a thread of hair, the heaviest hair in existence. I I think that's everything. Am I muted?
Nope.
All right, great.
You were not muted, but I was, and I spilt my dice everywhere.
Uh,
Well
some
said.
of that's probably for the best.
Well, I was going to clap for that intro if I can, but I can't. I'm only one-handed, so I can't clap for you, Loki. Sorry.
Sounds like you're not trying hard enough.
As we make port to Splinterdish, the crew of the Silver Seals who have signed the Accords begin to describe and depict Splinterdish as they know it. What once was a mom and pop shop restaurant soon became popular enough that they built on, and it was this restaurant called Splinterdish. I had a connection to a realm of smoke and flame, and that is how they got their particularly amazing flavors. This realm of smoke and flame also gave birth to a forge that became very popular among dwarves called the Bent Hammer. The Bent Hammer Forge is where you guys bought all of your cannons for your ship on your last stop here. Um, and it is said to be where Gigsley operates. Um, the city itself is uh, a pile of scaffolding and ramshack buildings made out of odd pieces of lumber, nailed together, and often rebuilt time and time again as the waves knock it down. Um, it remains here because of that point, that connection to the other realm. Enough, there's also a uh, constant river water spout that shoots up out of the center of the city, um, and it is used as a central um, community area where lots of offerings are given to the gods and lots of town meetings kind of happen there. Um, but as the Silver Seal Pirates explained to you guys, um, the what makes it particularly fascinating to pirates is the fact that it has no jurisdiction under any of the other free isles. It is its own place, and thus this Blando has decided to elect himself as its official and has since been in control of the city. I have a little diagram here that I drew for you guys to depict. So looking at it from a horizontal plane, this is what you would see. You can see that the water level is at a certain height, and the city is sitting above it. They didn't explain that there are more of these pockets of construction underneath the water levels, called the Underdock, and it is his this Blando's personal realm of It's kind of like his stronghold rather. Uh, that's what you guys know about the town itself, and you do have a reason to believe that your crewmates may be here, because it is the Marauders' base, and the Marauders are the ones that you know that took them. However, you have also heard rumors that they have a second base on Bayakaba, so there's a chance they could be there as well. But once you make port, the sun rises on the first of Yolk Dance, and you can see the Twilight's Revenge is about 3 or 4 bays down across from the Red Herring, with a couple ships in between. Um, the Needleback is too large to make port, but her flanks, Sunbeam and Dancer, they both come up and make port alongside. Next Voyeur and Scooty Magoots disembark and approach you guys. Um, next calls out to Fagrin. So, are we going to take out Blando and head on, or are we going to be more conspicuous about it?
I'm obviously am going to look around, time of day, stuff like that. But also, do we see the red herring? And do we know where Key went to?
You can give me an insight check if you want to see where Key is. But the red herring is within eyesight. It's 5 bays down.
All right, what do we see
So
them
Being
doing?
dramatically less stealthy than I anticipated.
I mean, the red herring has a red sail, and it's a very small ship, so it kind of sticks out like a sore thumb.
Small should do the opposite of stick out.
No, because it is one of the smallest ships that's made it out this far. This is like well out into the sea, so most vessels that come here are full on like galleons and frigates. To have a sloop of your size make it out on open waters this far is actually kind of rare.
Okay, so I don't know anything about Key. Fagrin's sweating because Key hasn't reported back, and we don't know what happened to Tulu or the Thread. So the next goal, excuse me, hold on.
And
Okay.
while he's doing that, housekeeping. First point of exhaustion means when we do ability checks,
Oh yeah, I
we have
forgot to add
disadvantage. Is that right?
Yes.
So anything okay.
The
Just a
ability
sec.
checks are
Oh, got
disadvantage.
2 threes. Okay, so the next thing I think is Fagrin's looking around like he's assessing the situation, and where are we at here, anyways? Like, where do we dock at this place?
So you would have been like over here on the dock. It would like
That's
this
the
water
dock.
level.
That's a pier.
Yeah, there are literally 3 different piers in the
Yeah.
city.
Okay.
So it could be it'd probably be the wide port because wide port is the one that's most popular.
Okay. Cool. And then Nex would have had to come in by boat, and we're both there now. So, do we have any? Well, actually, they know. So I say, where's the entrance to this to this underport?
Scooty Magoots kind of speaks up. He's like, "Well, there's multiple ways under there, Fagrin. About any little cubby hole and rat whale all leads down there."
Do we have any idea of how many there are?
Oh, I'd probably guess a couple hundred, probably.
That's more than 100 than we have. What do you think, Loki? That's math doesn't seem too good for us. Deck check.
Hello? Can you hear me?
Yep.
Mhm.
All right. I just said that, yeah, math isn't really in our favor, but maybe if you take Blando out, the rest will scatter.
That's a good point. If we can, so we'll have to try to use some stealth. Try to get closer. Figure out where Blando is. Strike at the head of the snake. That's getting to be our specialty, Clue.
He just kind of chuckles at that.
All right. Well, we need to take our less conspicuous, and I look back at Klaroki again. I look up at him. Crew, and maybe scout ahead. Gather everyone here. Get them armed. Clue, maybe you should do that, and then
I'll go find the red herring, and I go walking off towards the red herring.
And
wait, Clue.
as he does that,
Wait,
Get Rhonda out of here. Get the red herring out of here. And then I turn around. Go ahead.
when I see him walk away, Tulu puts his hands up on the dock and comes out, picks his head up out of the water, kind of just picks it up over the dock and looks over top, and he says, "Hey, y'all aren't gonna leave me, are you? About time y'all got here. I've been waiting for all day for you."
Oh, thank the gods.
Ooh, okay.
Where?
Help me up. I'm tired. I've been
Next-
swimming a long time.
Next kind of shoots Vagrant a look and goes, you put your crew together and say we meet at high noon,
Aye.
center of town.
Let's do that. We'll have a forward team that'll scout ahead if you have here sneaky people that you can rely on. I'll go with them. And then my Lieutenant Klaroki and Tulu, maybe you should go with me as well. Klaroki, maybe you should go with the second group once we figure out where they are.
yeah, I'm not exactly known for being inconspicuous.
We'll meet you here at high noon.
All right.
And he kind of heads off into the city, along with Scooty.
Tulu, where is it?
Is anybody else around that we don't know? Just us? Who else is around us?
It's literally just Vagrant and Klaroki because everybody else is on the red herring.
Okay. Well, I didn't want to really say anything with other ears and eyes all around me, but where's what? You said where's it? What are you talking about?
The thread.
The thread. Oh, that big heavy thing I swam back with?
Aye.
Well, you see out there in the middle of that ocean?
You left it.
Well, I didn't leave it. I left it in a really good place. Nobody will ever find it, except for me.
Ah.
It's way down at the bottom.
Ah. Well, that's awfully clever.
It is, but I didn't think about it too much. It may have been clever me putting it down there and hiding it, but how are we gonna get it back?
You're not able to do that thing you do.
Not until I rest for a while.
Well, I like put my arm around. I don't know why. Figuring's so touchy. Put my arm around Tulu, and I'm like, well, hopefully we'll all get to rest after this is over.
Okay.
Aye.
I hope it's not a permanent rest, but okay.
Clue. Maybe you should go speak to the crew at the herring and tell them to get out of here. Make to sea as quick as they can. Take Quintrell and Linzu, and they can help Rhonda. They're not going to be good for this fight
so
anyway.
who, just so that I know, is the entire crew on the red herring going to be bouncing out, or is it just going to be like Rhonda and like 3 others?
Linzu, Quintrell, Rhonda, and I think, is that all that's needed to man the ship? 3 people?
You need 4.
Then we just take Paige. Poor Paige.
I don't know how Paige is going to help, but I guess that counts.
Paige is like, looks over. Yeah, it'll be Paige.
Yeah, so I go walking over to the red herring.
You pass by a couple townsfolk. Most of them around here seem to be unloading and loading a ship called the Limping Lady. Beyond that, you reach the red herring, and you can see from it where you are just tons of boots just hanging up over the railing, as they all seem to be fast asleep.
The mood, but okay. Yeah, he keeps walking to the red herring.
You're there.
And I get to the red herring, and I step aboard, and I yell out for Floki. Oh, where are you?
Am I here? Am I awake?
Are you on the red
Yeah,
herring? Where are you?
you should be. You're on the ship, right?
Yep.
Yeah, and then I just tell him that, take Linzu, Quintrell, Rhonda, and Paige, get them out of here because Nex is here, and yeah, get the red herring out of here.
To see you too.
Yeah, we made it. We're not dead yet.
Sure. I'll leave Stroider on the red herring too, as per my tradition.
All right.
All right.
Okay.
Ron is like, and where are we supposed to go?
Just kind of I'd like you to just kind of circle the island. Stay nearby, but like mobile, like ready to dart away if someone comes at you.
All right. Well, I think we could handle that, right? Lindsay's like, yeah, probably. Yeah, I think so. And yeah, they kind of strip up, and everyone else is kind of like, what about us? What are we gonna do?
We're going
You're
to go back to the Twilight's Revenge.
Everyone kind of packs up their stuff and starts scurrying over there.
Okay.
ragtag band of pirates clomping across the docks.
Clump, 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 clump,
That's how the decks work here. That's mostly ragtag bands of pirates.
Figuring you can see the red herring begins to set sail and leave, and a bunch of your crew starts to head your way. All of them kind of start to surround you guys.
So what? When I was in the water, I was kind of listening to y'all, but I didn't hear everything because water gets in your ears and stuff, and you can't really hear very well. But what's our game plan? What are we trying to do? Just go down and kill everybody?
For once, Tulu, you got it. Except, our crew members. I'm sure I'm stating the obvious.
But I thought I heard somebody say 100 or 200 people.
Aye. Probably dozens, more than 100 pirates there. Outnumbered 10 to 1. Or,
Should I go back on the red herring?
Ulu, this is the moment you were made for. It is time to prove that you are the most powerful druid of them all.
Most powerful
Aye.
druid needs a rest though.
oh, Floki, it's good to see you.
Hello.
Rhonda made it away then.
Yeah. I'm just having the ship kind of sail around the island just in case we need them. I think Rhonda, all we need to do, I think, for her safety is just kind of keep her out of Nexus sight, and that should be fine. But if push comes to shove, we might still, need her. She's kind of skilled.
I told Clue this, and Tulu. Well, Tulu said that he took the thread and put it at the bottom of the sea.
But we tried so hard to get it from there.
Aye. But we can't allow next voyeur to get it. And, well, I want you to know, I plan on using that thread. It's time that a ship like that, it's time that she sees the seas again. I don't know how I'm going to do it yet. Maybe we could find that artificer.
Did you say you're planning on eating the thread? You're going to make it into bread?
You're tired. Hang in there, man.
Water in your ears. You need to sort of, smack it out.
This mug is in character. Like, Fagrin's actually holding this with the sparkles and everything.
Nice.
Yeah.
Probably
Now,
got it and do pasta.
he's tired too. He's exhausted. He's got
So-
bags under his eyes. And
If we're supposed to meet them at center at high noon, what time is it now?
It's early morning, so you have a couple hours to do what you like in the meantime.
well, listen, everybody. We've got several hours. I'm saying this like to everybody that's gathered here. That's, I don't know how many people, 12, 15, 16 people or whatever. Oh, yeah, and also I've got the new crew members, so probably 30 people, whatever, however many. When all of you decided to sign those accords, not just those recently, but months ago, when you did, you agreed that you'd never leave us in our hour of need. Any man, creature, person, woman that wants to take her cut of the share and leave can do so at any time. But not in times like this. Some of our crew members are taken. And as long as that's the case, we'll never stop until we find them. And we would do that for any of you. So, I'm not gonna lie. They say there are possibly hundreds of pirates teeming under us right now. We're going to find the head of the snake and cut it off. The pirates that attacked us several days ago. We've been through worse. I never realized decades ago when I first became a sailor, the crews that I sailed with, the ships from Malasar, they were incredible. And I took what crews I could as a deck mate. 20 years, 18 years. Went from crew to crew. I never thought I'd find crew like I did when I was a young man again. And now I have it. And I'm their captain. Well, it's whatever happens, it's been an honor. And I'm glad the tides carried us this way. Now, go ahead.
Hulu's over in the corner, and as Vagrant's kind of doing this speech, he's over there just kind of sleeping and slightly snoring.
He's real tired.
He just, your speech put him to sleep, is what
We're
I'm
gonna
trying to
get
say.
some coffee for Captain Tulu. Floki, it seems like for a place that is infested with a horrible plague, not much horrible plague going on here.
Oh, I forgot about the horrible plague. Yeah, well, we haven't really. I'm just speaking for myself. I haven't really been into town yet, so.
Well, we need to find where the entrance to this place is, and we need to get a tail on Nux Voyer that's not going to get caught.
I'm not. That sounds pretty difficult. I'll be honest. I was messing around with him a bit the other evening, and he's a magical dude. He's got like preparations for magical stuff.
That's tough. It's possible that he might be betraying us.
Oh, for sure.
I think that's an always existent possibility. Yeah,
Who are y'all talking about?
you.
One of the Silver Seals pirates that signed the Accords a couple days ago, they call him Boils. He's a human, has several blemishes on his nose that kind of get larger until he has this one large bulbous boil on his head.
God.
He's definitely a character. He comes off the ship and he's kind of wipes his hands and goes, "Well, Captain, she's all set." And points back at the Twilight's Revenge.
Well, I don't suppose any of you have a expertise in not being seen.
They all kind of look at each other, and Boyle's kind of, spits a little bit and goes, "No, we're pretty good at being seen, actually."
Yeah, maybe you'll go with Kuroki then. Tulu, who's snoring.
When you say go with Kuroki just kind of gives this side look of like you're gonna come with me.
You, hey, Tulu, hey, Tulu.
Hey, yeah,
Hey,
yeah.
you-
What's up?
Do you have any of that magical things where you can make us into animals, or we can't be seen, or something like that?
I could probably change one of you into an animal, but that's it. And that I can change one of you into almost anything for a little bit, but other than that, I can. Like when we're out in the woods sometimes, I cast that spell to make everybody kind of sneak a little bit better.
Yeah.
I can do that, but I got to be around you. And I was thinking, I was kind of wanting to go back to the ship and take a little nap.
I understand.
Don't we have a spy cat?
We do have a spy cat. I'll take the spy cat out of my pocket.
This little obsidian statuette of a cat. Blood out of your pocket.
And I take I take her, and I never used her before. Fegrin doesn't know either. Fegrin's like,
You poke it, and you see this like blue light kind of shine around it, and it's like an actual cat sitting in the palm of your hand.
well, hello there. It's been some time. Oh, you're awfully cute. Well, can you hear me? That's good. We're gonna hope for a yes on that one. Yeah, Fegrin doesn't know what to do with it.
Kind of licks its paw.
I'm gonna hope that you can hear me, and you're gonna be a normal cat, except you're gonna go find a pirate. I'm gonna describe Next Voyer, and I'm gonna say you're gonna follow him around, and hopefully you can show us what's going on with him. Okay, go.
All right, hang on a second.
I almost forgot about the spy cat.
I never learned about the spy cat.
If you speak an action command word, throw the figurine 60 feet on the ground, it becomes a living creature. The creature is friendly to you and your companions. It understands your languages and obeys your spoken commands. If you issue it no command, it just defends itself. Creature exists for a specific duration. I need you to roll 2d12. What was the total?
That sucks. Well, that's okay, I guess. 10.
It will last for 10 hours, and then it will need to recharge for 1d12 days.
Okay.
So you have it for 10 hours. The cat can telepathically communicate with you at any range as long as you're on the same plane of existence.
Does it does it start like skittering off, and all of a sudden I'm like, whoa, and then like all of a sudden I can see from a cat?
You can't see
I like go over
from
the
it,
side of the pier and I start throwing up like, oh gods.
I imagine you can hear strange meows.
That's useless.
It's 'cause you can communicate.
I just hear it meowing now. So now I have tinnitus.
Telepathic meowing.
So, like, I think it's like maybe like a Morse code meow meow for like yes and meow 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 for nose or something.
I said my sweet cat. We're in a bind now with the special stealth cat. Telepathically can only meow to me.
I know Klug, or I know
I actually love it.
the space could understand the
clear.
cat.
I hope this is what it is. I hope it can just like only meow telepathically, and now I just have meow.
It doesn't have any languages. It does say that you understand. It understands your languages, and it has the stats of a cat. So, I would imagine that you can get general uh, I don't know,
So I'm
emotions.
gonna. There are three options here, and I love all of them. One option,
Okay.
right, is like I totally have comprehension, right? That's powerful. And then the other option on the way opposite end is it's just meow 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 meow, which is awesome, and I'm down. Or then the option in the middle is, have you guys ever seen those shows where they put a camera on a cat and it just like goes and does cat things for 12 hours and you're like, what are you doing?
No.
Yeah, that's like a whole
never seen
genre of television.
Okay, well, I
And
imagine
so
this.
you have like
somewhat-
cat vision, which doesn't make any sense. You know what I mean? Anyways.
Right. I imagine this is similar to like you can understand general tone and you comprehend the intent behind the meows, or like some like a certain meow for danger and like a certain meow for like okay,
Yeah.
different meows, but it's not gonna be a perfect spy like you would
It's
imagine.
like Lassie, except it's a
Yeah.
cat. And
It's
it
really
also
useful.
it speaks into my mind. Yeah.
Yeah, it's really useful in like a close proximity situation because it can peer around corners and stuff. However,
Maybe I should have used the cat because I can speak with animals.
Not can
It
speak
was-
with all animals.
Well, it'll
I
come
was gonna
back.
ask if
It'll
anyone
come
could
back.
cast
Yeah.
speak with animals
Although
on.
it is like
Vagrant.
98% limbic system only, so it probably won't remember. So when you ask it, it'll probably just be like, hungry? Play?
however, you do send the cat out, and the cat does run in a very specific direction.
Nice. Okay. Now that spell you were talking about there, Tulu. Hey, wait, Tulu.
What?
Hey, wake up.
Man,
I know. Listen, it's exhausting, but our crew members, they're dependent on us. We need to wait. You have to stay near us. Can anybody carry Tulu in their backpack?
Literally
The
anyone.
moment has come that we knew this was going to happen eventually.
I was staring at the ground, not making eye contact.
It's everybody is. I like today. I had like my daughter, and I have that like ridiculous looking baby thing, which we've come to accept in the modern world. But when you think about it, it just looks absolutely stupid and ridiculous. And now we have to like cut holes in someone's backpack and put two
Got holes
in
in the
it,
back.
and it can just like be an ergo baby. Gnome.
well, Kat, I think if you carried me around in the backpack on this spell, I got focus on the spell, so I wouldn't be able to take a rest if I was
crap.
casting it. So it's either I don't rest and come with you, or I take a rest and a little quick hour break, and while y'all
How
go looking
many
for it.
hours is it till high noon?
I'd say
said-
probably 3.
That's 5 less than his ideal. All right.
Is that even going to help you, Tulu, or are you going to get the rest you need?
If I get an hour's rest, I'll be better. I can change into animals in.
Okay. All right, well. No one else has any kind of stuff for this. All right, well. I'm going to have to... Floki, it's got to be you. I'm out of my mind
be me?
here. I'm dizzy. I can't hardly even see straight. Poor Tulu,
All right.
he's... Can you try to find your way into this pirate hideout? Figure out where their leader is. You think you can do that?
Well, I have a suggestion actually.
Oh,
We have a contact here. I don't know if you remember. His name is Gigsley. And we have something he wants.
are you talking about the thread?
And also money. I mean, just like this guy seems eminently bribable. But yeah, we could be like, oh, I was sent on a holy mission by your god. And anyway, some of our crew members are kind of held captive here. Maybe we'd like you to do something about that before we continue.
A lie.
No, not lie. That was a very carefully crafted response in order to avoid lying.
We have another contact as well. We want to make sure he's safe. See if you can get anything out of this Gigsley, but don't reveal the location of the thread, no matter what.
I don't know the location of the thread.
I do.
Exactly.
Only
Exactly.
me.
Go to sleep.
All right, I'll see you guys later. I'm going back to the Twilights.
Anyways, we'll go to Clue. What was the name of that person we were going to talk to about the thing? Vagrant's tired too. This is going to be a mess. It's the guy who can create the scrying device for his investigative efforts.
Gigsley.
That wasn't Gigsley.
That was Gigsley, the same guy who.
It's all Gigsley.
I-
Gigsley
Oh,
is
God.
the man.
Okay, let's go see Gigsley. We're going. We're going to find Gigsley.
All right. The three of you. Are you bringing anyone else with you? I assume not, but if you want to, I guess you can.
Do we have anyone really smart? No. Okay, no.
Okay, no,
Aw.
good call. You guys take off and head across town. Eventually, you can see a large plume of smoke from the opposite side of town. And once you guys make it over there, you can see a whole bunch of fine dining tables out on this foyer with like the umbrellas and like the whole tiki vibe going down here. You got this restaurant looking building with this large plume of smoke coming out of it. And you can hear the clanking of hammers against anvils coming from behind it. As you guys kind of make your way around this fancier restaurant, you can indeed see this large forge area where you see several different dwarves hammering away at iron. There's incredible heat coming from it. I say it's probably like 12 yards out. And there's just like an immense heat coming from it. All these dwarves, just their faces blackened with soot and sweat, and just hammering away. Eventually, a few of them come out to greet you guys. They're like, "You here for a pickup of an order?"
We are on a quest. A divine quest. And require the presence of Gigsley.
Divine quests. The church is over that way.
The important part of that speech was Gigsley.
Oh yeah, Gigsley. Everyone's always looking for Gigsley. He ain't here at the moment.
This is inconvenient.
That's very
Did
inconvenient.
you hear? I need to rewind to the divine quest part again. It's kind of important.
All right.
Where is he?
Divine nature about this. Okay. All right. Okay. Go ahead and give me a persuasion check.
At advantage.
Persuasion. Nope, because you took my coat back.
I did?
Yeah, because you were going to parlay with the dude who we thought wanted to murder you, and so you were like, I might need this.
Oh, crap.
Anyway, persuasion. Fortunately, I'm kind of okay with that. What's a 12 get me?
A 12. He kind of takes this rag and wipes his face and looks you over and goes, Gigsley is pretty busy. Maybe if you're a bit more specific, I could. You see, he gets awfully angry if he deals with customers that
Have
you know don't really
thousands of
require
gold?
Also, his friend,
Sorry.
Jakar, sent us.
Okay, all right. He kind of looks over at his buddy who's been standing there next to him, and he whispers something to him. And that he kind of nods. He runs off, and the dwarf in front of you, he says, yeah, you really working with that Tin Man?"
Well, I mean, the business involves the two of them.
All right.
Could
You
be a
see,
lot of money involved.
he's like utterly confused. And eventually his associate returns and he kind of nods and hands him over something, and he walks it over to Floki, and he holds out his hands. He's holding what looks like it's a small rectangle about the size of a book, and it's wrapped tight in leather, and it has a little leather strap that kind of keeps it sealed. And he kind of holds it out in front of you.
I'll take it and de-leather it. What am I working with here?
You open it up, and it is basically like an iron slab that has dwarvish runes cut into it.
Hmm.
And can you read dwarvish?
I can when I cast comprehend languages, which I do.
Okay. Yeah, you cast comprehending languages, and as you do, you can see it's basically a contract, and it's like all in dwarvish, but basically it's like it'd be like a legal agreement to make purchase of anything, and it like basically has you to where like you can pay this guy, and then he's legally has to like owe it, but it's also like dwarvish, so it's also like oath bound kind of thing. And I don't know how familiar Floki is with dwarvish culture, but they're really serious about this kind of stuff. And he holds it up to you. He's like, "Whatever you need Gigsley for, we can go ahead and get started on it until he returns."
All right, I'll signature or fingerprint or whatever this item requires me to do.
Uh, yeah, he hands you this small chisel, and you basically just have to do your best at writing your name in dwarven.
Oh, okay, this will take me a moment. Hey, I'll unfurl the schematics from my ants, I guess, for the ghost busting machine.
All right, he takes it and looks it over. And goes, "Oh, this is a fancy doodad."
Yeah, it is.
All right.
About equal in fanciness value to this, and I'll pull out the gemstone that I was given.
Not mine. Payment up front. It's uh, and he kind of holds out his hand.
I'll hand it to him.
He takes it. He pulls out this small monocle and kind of examines it, and he goes, "The tin man must be getting desperate then, I guess." Kind of tucks it in his pocket and goes, "We'll get started on this right away. And if Kingsley asks, we'll let him know that who are you again?"
I am Loki the Lost.
Okay. Well,
Yeah.
you're at Splinterdish, good sir. And
Yep, I know.
oh, okay. Well, I'm Ramos, and if Kingsley has any problems with it, just let him know that Ramos is handling it. All right, and you
All
can tell
right.
that our guy too that we'll have this ready as soon as we can.
Okay, and how long do you expect that to last? Is this like an hours thing, a days thing? It seems kind of complicated. I'm not the experts that you guys are.
Yeah, I think the biggest deal is if you want Kingsley's oversight, we'll have to wait till he comes in. But I mean, otherwise we could have probably finished it within a day.
All right. Well, I mean, if you think you can handle its construction, I entrust in your skill, my good artisan.
Well, that's mighty kind of you, good sir. Uh, but do you want us to wait for Kingsley or not? Because now I'm kind of confused.
Oh, we need Gigsley for another thing. I've got a lot of business with him.
Well, alrighty. Mr. Lost, you have a good day, and we'll get started on this right away.
All right.
And he kind of goes back to it, shows the other dwarves. They all kind of like stand around and scratch their heads and begin to start writing on these large blueprints and beginning to instantly start hammering away at different raw materials.
Great. That wasn't as successful as I was hoping it would be.
And one thing, it took me a second, but I kind of laughed is, once you introduce your name, Floki the Lost, he said, "Well, you're at Splinterdish." And I was like, "Oh, I get it."
We've been this joke's been made the entire campaign.
Yeah, like every single time. Yeah.
All right. Well.
You've successfully put in your order for one ghost busting device.
All right. Well. So hypothetically, if this place were to appear to have a central office, like where the one dwarf took this non-piece of paper from that I was given the contract,
Hmm.
can I send Key over in there and like scope it out?
Yeah, you send her in there. Initially, she is almost uh I would say definitely like taken aback by the heat of the forge. Like it's incredibly hot in there. And in fact, she has like kind of a hard time focusing with all the heat. But she's able to make it through the forge and eventually make it into the this. It's not really as an office as much as more like an display armory is kind of what it looks like. There's just like tons of different weapons and tools and like armor and stuff. You can see lots of different metal beard technology in here. You can see lots of different gears and stuff that almost are reminiscent of Hanker Jakey's lab. Um, all kinds of doodads and stuff, but there doesn't seem to be any sign of Gigsley back here.
Are there any are there any papers like correspondence, anything with any interesting?
There are more stacks of those same rune templates that they kind of do all of their work on. There's no paperwork in here, but there are a couple stacks of these large slabs of iron. You could call them like ignates, almost is kind of what they look like.
Do any of them at a glance possess the uh, uh, appear to be personal correspondence by Gigsley?
Yeah, in fact, you can see. I think you could see. Because how long does your comparing languages last?
An hour.
Okay, that's what I assumed. So you could definitely see that there are lots of different places where he has signed different works in here. So they're like different hammers hanging on the wall that has his initials carved into them. And there's definitely a bunch of these different runes that have Kingsley's mark on them for sure.
Can I read them?
Well, it's a bunch of like nondescript stuff. So it's like different orders and stuff that were put in through different
Okay,
people.
so
Most of the main,
no personal correspondence.
correct. Yeah, most of the stuff seems to be just purchases and
All right, I'll call her back to me and I'll say, all right, he doesn't seem to have any clues to his whereabouts in his office, so there goes my leads.
Well, right.
Could wait around if
I do have one idea left.
oh no, not that. Anything but that.
I've been avoiding it this whole time. But does it seem to us like the underdocks? Is it sort of like I'm imagining like Riften in the Elder Scrolls, where you have like a city built on a city, but then you've got this like sewage level thing that's kind of hanging down below at water level? Or is it like literally submerged? Or would it be impossible to get into this thing from underneath, like from what we can tell or what we know?
I don't know if you would. I think if you took the time to actually go and scout ahead, I think you could probably find a different entryways through the water. Probably much more easy to go in from the top down, because there is ways to enter through the water, but it's also kind of dangerous because like you're coming up through the seawater and the thing is like Nex is like really wanted to like kind of join you guys on this like expedition to slay Blando or whatever. So like he they seem to know their way around this place pretty well. Um, However, if you wanted to try to go without him, then yeah, you could definitely look for different ways in. But it's not like there's one main entryway. It's basically like an undercity for sure, and it is mostly submerged, completely underwater.
Um, I, do you remember? Do you remember when we said that we wouldn't keep secrets anymore?
Yeah,
Yeah.
and we all assumed that we were all lying.
Hmm.
You're not
Right.
here. Go back to sleep.
He just shows up just for that. Well, I wouldn't necessarily call this a secret, but I had this friend once. We journeyed together. He was a good friend and a fellow crewmate in a crew that I served on. And, I also have a relationship with some beings, some spirits. My friend, he got this sword. And, well, another friend, he knew this being of depths and secret places. I think I know a way to try to get his help if we need it. Out of character, I'm thinking we could use Barter of the Depth, which would be awful. But that would at least.
But isn't Mogus dead? That's the only thing.
Oh, is Mogus dead? My bad.
That's what I thought, because
Go
I
ahead.
thought he was
Read
dead,
Barter of the Depth.
which is why the whole Hellhawk campaign has to happen.
So what's Barter of the Depth?
Barter of the Depth. At 11th level, you uncover knowledge of a ritual to appease the sea in a supernatural way. Takes 1 hour and 30 gold pieces of supplies. Once completed, you and 10 willing creatures undergo a physical transformation. Each creature gains water breathing, a swimming speed of 30 feet, can survive cold, hyper-pressurized environment of the seafloor, lasts for 1d4 hours. Blah, 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 blah.
So
as
first-
long as you're transformed this way, you can't breathe above the surface.
So it works, but I think it's ironic because Faerun would think that it'd be Mogus, but it'd actually be Tago. Like that's who the god of the sea is. So it's really funny that he would be like, "Oh well, we could try to appease this other god, and then be fine."
Yeah, no, the idea would be, to connect to some power that he knows that he can talk to if he has to. That's my thought on it.
We have to sacrifice someone to do this?
No.
Lulu's not. All right.
What? No. It just takes some blood and money.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, we have to sacrifice some beings, but not like people, like some animals.
Tulu's great at being animals.
We're not, no. Right now, if Tulu doesn't rest, I don't know how we're going to get through this, to be honest with you.
What's your out of curiosity, what's your plan with this ritual we just
I
all about?
saw when we were in this cave into the depths and felt a connection, and I think we may be able to try to find some other way in case next Voyeur tries to betray us. We could try to find some other entrance in. Surprise them. Myself and several others. Maybe not you all. You need to get the crew out of here if something happens to me. I'm not sure how this will go. Or we can wait for next.
I mean, I'm not particularly looking forward to getting turned into any sort of sea creature.
Yeah, I'm just not quite sure what we would do with that.
Oh, we would find a way in underneath.
I assume it's
Sun
pretty
Tzu, as you
airtight.
said before. Like,
Yeah,
don't just take
I
that
assume
approach.
it's pretty airtight down there because of necessity.
Yeah.
And it's just I'm a little skeptical that there's a port there.
That's why I was asking if it's submerged. Also, what if it wasn't all of a sudden? Anyways,
Yeah. Just like cut the supports to the rest of the city. Just get
Yeah, I mean,
access
that's
to shop supports.
we could just drown them. I feel like that'd be really easy, but there is
But
one problem with
And
that.
now
if
we're
our crew
talking
members
about
are
the
in
murdering
there,
again.
if our crew members are down there, then it kind
Yeah,
of
that's the
becomes.
problem. We need to
You know, if we were going to
extract
murder
them.
everybody, we've got some pretty big cannons. But we've got crew
They
members
also
here, and
have
we're not going to
cannons.
murder people. All right, we'll wait for
Not
next.
gonna murder people. I thought there were hundreds of people that we could possibly murder.
Some people do deserve murdering.
What part of this was a raid was I misunderstanding?
Or what part of we're going to rip the support beams out of the city and drown the whole place? My misunderstanding.
No, no, not the whole. Not the other way around. Not the city, the undercity, which is connected
Which
to the
is
city.
under the city. Anyways,
Yes.
we'll wait on next.
All right.
Meow.
Oh, what? There's a cat.
The cat
What
just
cat?
comes up and rests up against your boots, as you didn't see Scooty Magoots and next for you're kind of walking up. Next locks eyes with Floki, and he goes, "Why? When did you get that?" And he points at your amulet.
Yeah, back in Lucerna.
I
Friend gave it to me.
Yeah, you mind if I see it? And he holds up his hand, and when he does, the magnet glows green and begins to like lift up off your neck.
I do mind. What do you want with it?
It's going to continue to fly towards him unless you try to stop it.
I'm gonna bring my hand up and hold my amulet.
You grab a hold of it as it kind of makes its way off your neck. You catch it in midair. He says, "Hey, well, uh, there was something of mine that once was there attached to that. I just would like to check and see if it's still there. That's all."
I think that's mysterious and scary. If you don't mind, I think I'd like
I
to keep
was
it in
gonna
my
tell
presence.
you about it. You see,
Well, scariness is in the eye of the beholder, and I got two of them.
usually they have 10 though. He walked.
That's true,
He,
and very scary, which reiterates my point about this whole scary thing. You know,
you see, one of my uh, one of my commanders, she took something of mine, kept it around that their amulet. She said that amulet belonged to her lover, her friend. Aye, but it'd be mine now. Oh, God's sake, Floki, just please open it. Got to know if it's there.
I no.
Well,
This was
I'm asking politely, and he's like flailing his arms about now in like the middle of the street. Scoots Magoot kind of comes up beside him and like kind of pats him on the side. He's like, "Captain, no, settle down." And he looks over to Scoots and he's like, I'm asking politely. I don't know what else I could do here, Scooty."
you could talk about it. I feel like there's a story here. What do you think was what do you think is in this amulet?
You see this look of desperation on his eye, and like he begins to like look about frantically, and his legs begin to go shaky as he starts to walk towards you.
I
And-
would like to step away from him in
All right.
equal distance.
As you do, he begins to move towards you faster and goes, "Floki, just stay still, Floki. Stop."
I will get right on.
I get
I
in
will
between
refuse.
Floki and the captain, and like just put
You
my hand
stop-
out to like stop him.
You almost clothesline him as he is completely blindsided from you, even though you're standing there in plain sight, and his eyes are so focused on the amulet that he didn't even notice you. He runs into you. You knock him off his feet. He lands on his back, and then he looks up at you. He goes, I apologize. And he kind of gets up and shakes himself off, and he looks at you, Kleroki, and he says, uh, thank you, lad.
And yeah, just be more careful. And I offer my hand to help him up.
He takes it. He gets up and kind of dusts himself off and just, Floki, just, is my wish in there?
What is your wish?
It, it's small and looks like it's made of glass and about yay big, and he kind of holds up his fingers just about an inch apart. Just open it and see if it's in there, please.
What is your wish? Not like what it looks like. What do you wish for?
And he like wipes his mouth, wiping away some like drool basically from being knocked over, and
Mm-hmm.
he then takes his hands and kind of picks up his hat and rubs his hair back, slicking it back, and puts his hat back on. He says, "Now that's be personal. I just
Well, it's a personal situation.
He looks to Vagrin. He says, "Well, you have the thread and my wish."
Captain, this. I don't know where he found this, but this is his thing now. Let's talk about this later.
He kind of side eyes Floki and goes, "Suppose we have bigger fish to fry anyway."
Aye, should we get ready to head that and gather our crew? What are we going to do? We're not familiar with the Splinterdish.
Well, I assumed that they might have noticed my ships are here, and probably yours as well. So we could pick any of the entryways, any of the alleyways. Probably not too keen of the western end, but at this point, I think there's really no sense in hiding our hand.
Well, to be honest, I was rather looking forward to knocking anyways.
All right, well, you've done all the preparations you need then.
Aye.
He puts his hands together, and Floki, you hear his voice in your head. It says, "Dear God, I hope you drop that." And then he continues to lead the way down an alleyway and goes, "Right this way, lads." And scoots behind him. It's kind of doing a lookout at the townsfolk as you guys kind of walk into an alleyway. Scoots to the last one to follow up. Kind of leads the three of you down an alleyway, and it's like, you'll be bringing your small one with you.
Someone get Tulu and wake him up. That's how
Well,
one of the crew members do that.
I'll send Key over there.
All right, you send Key back a little ways away. Key then gives you a tickle on the nose, Tulu.
What? Man, I wasn't done sleeping yet. Key, what are we done? Did they rescue the guys yet? Can we go?
They kind of wanted you to come with us, so
Oh, you haven't even gone down there yet? Wow, they slow as molasses. Okay, let's go.
as you guys are walking over there, she says, "Also, Captain's being really weird to Floki, and it looked really, it was kind of scary."
Vagrant is being weird to Floki.
No, the charcoal skinned guy. That guy was the one with the one arm.
Oh, you mean Nex?
Yeah, that guy.
Well, let's kill him if he's picking on Floki.
You can. I'm not, unless Floki tells me to. I'm not intervening.
Oh, okay. I'll probably kill him later then. Maybe when we're down there and fighting everybody, if we gotta fight everybody, if Nex doesn't die, I'll just kill him later. But don't tell anybody that, okay? That's just between me and you.
Deal. And she kind of like holds out her hand to give your pinky a handshake.
Let's go.
You guys make your way down the alleyway as well. Eventually, you follow this alleyway down to a dead end. Scoots picks up this rusted tub and moves it out of the way, revealing a trap door. And next is like, they have several of these throughout the city. The Underdock is a place where most brutes hang out, so don't be bashful with your blades there, laddies. He Scoots Magoots opens up the trap door. The first thing is this absolute stench just comes out of it. Everyone give me a Constitution saving throw.
Oof.
If you're in,
Disadvantage, right?
Yes.
if you're close to me, you get a +3 on that.
I don't think it's
Cool, love to
disadvantage
hear
because
it.
that's a later thing of exhaustion.
Yeah, it's not disadvantage.
Yeah, yes, it's only on ability checks.
I wouldn't.
Ability
Oh,
checks,
I wouldn't have
and
been actually, except it's like, ouch, ouchie.
So if a Constitution's okay. It's a savings throw.
Yeah.
This. Oh, okay.
Proud
Wonder
of
Oh,
what I
you for
would've got.
actually, Ross. Great character growth.
No. Anyways.
So this
I got a
isn't a
20.
disadvantage.
I just wanted to see
No,
what would
no,
happen anyway.
flat roll.
13, 18, 19, 20.
And since if you're close to me, you get a +3.
Oh, and then I got a 23.
22 if I'm close to Kleroki.
Well,
I got a 16.
Right. What'd you get, Clarky?
16.
All right. Everybody passes. The smell of stench of death comes out of there. Eventually, the smell passes, and you all kind of climb down into this area. This you can go ahead and zoom out a little bit. You should be able to see your tokens screen.
Down there.
Scoots Magoots and Next are also down here. You can see several of these dead creatures, these corpses, look to be covered in coral. Fagrin, you would definitely know these to be blue rot creatures that have since died. You can also see there are large wooden doors here and here leading to different directions. Next kind of comes over to one of them, bends down and sticks one with his rapier. He's like, "Yes, I believe these have been dead a few times, by the looks of it."
I don't know if you've seen that before, Next, but be careful with those things.
He turns to you, rests his rapier on his shoulder, and he gives you a wink. He goes, "I figured if you forgot, I'm the one that brought it here."
I did forget.
It seems to be doing its job, though, as he examines them all and guarantees that they are all indeed dead. All right, well, at this point, it'd be a devil's gamble of which way we're to be heading.
I go over here and check this door.
All right, it is indeed unlocked. Give me a perception check.
I got a 18 plus 2 is 20.
With a 20, you definitely hear commotion coming from down the hall. It is dark down here, but I would assume that it's not that much of an issue to be able to see down the hallway. As you open the door, you can see the general shape of the hallway. As you hear down, it sounds like some type of interrogation with people saying, "Oh, what are you going to do with them? Don't worry about what I'm going to do with them. I'll do what I want to do with them."
Boys, it sounds like we may have found our people. Follow me. I go down the hall.
All right, you start to walk down the hallway. The boards creak and crack under your feet. The whole hallway begins to slowly sway, almost as if it is a ship itself, with the waves pressing from side to side. Eventually, you make your way down to the other end of the hallway, and you can see faint glowing orange light emanating from two of these figures. We're in the same fume spitting armor with pipes all around. standing in the center of the room. Their glowing forge of a armor suit, lighting the room around you. You also see two groups of people, roughly 20 men, standing around. They're all wearing these sacks on their heads with holes cut out of it, and these really faded uniforms, almost like a sailor's uniform that has been repurposed, where the signet of whatever sailing group was before has then been cut out, and instead is like just this gaping hole on their chest where it looks like a skull. And these men seem to be coming up. There are these large cells, these prison cells, where you see individual chained and within the cell, wearing this jester's mask and otherwise suit of like leather armor, and he's got these wrappings around him. Seems to be bound up, and these guys in the glowing armor are like interrogating this guy, and these folks in the hoods are all like coming up behind them, and they're like arguing with these guys over here. But then, as you guys step foot in, these hooded figures kind of turn back and they're like, "Who are you? Yeah, who are you? Get on in! You don't belong here!" And they kind of come up to you guys. Go ahead and let's roll for initiative.
17.
13.
12.
Okay. Loki. Who got the 12? Sorry, that's the only one I
did.
missed. Okay, Tulu got the 12. All right. This needs to go from that to this. As you guys begin to clash blades with them. Oh, that is way too loud. Apologize. Anyway, that would be the first one to act is actually these guys as they go first. Coming up to you guys, one of them, several of these people draw their blades, come up to Kleroki and begin to slash out at you as they. That's not even here. Let's do this one. There we go. That would be 4 attacks from them. 3, 18, 16, and 6.
Okay, yeah. The 18 hits.
The 18 will hit. All right. Go ahead and take 7 slashing damage as one of them is able to hit you. The other one is going to be attacking Fagrin. 4 attacks from them. 18, 8, 14, and 10.
Well, the first one would have hit, except you said my proficiency bonus is 4 now, right?
Yes.
That means that the first hit, my AC became 19, so none of them hit.
Nice. As you're able to ward it off, all these blades clash up. You're able to parry a few of them. The magma-looking guys behind there start to look concerned, and one of them begins to like clang on the metal and like, "Tell me what you did with them now!" And the other one says, "We don't have time for this." And he starts to run this way. He's going to use all of his movement to get to there. That will be Kleroki's turn.
I'm gonna start swinging into these guys directly in front of me.
All right. Go for it.
That would be a. Gotta move this. A 23 to hit on the first one,
That'll hit.
and a nat 20 on the second one,
That'll hit.
for a
Nice.
total of 20 damage.
20 damage. You slash into one of them and gouge out his arm and slash into the other one and slice off his arm. You are just like obliterating these guys. You're getting soaked in your blood as blood is like pouring out of them and getting all over the ground. You just hear one of them scream out in pain. You see one of them, like, as you hit him, he rips his mask off and his eyes are missing. And he's going to continue to stand there and fight you. That's Vagrant's turn.
Uh, do I have any? Can I tell if these would be Blando's pirates or not, or if they would work for the conglomerate? Also, where are our people? And also, Nyx isn't with us.
Next is going to come down there too. It's just not his turn yet.
Oh, okay. Yeah, like, can I tell who these people are?
Give me an insight check.
Okay. I'm gonna use my inspiration. No!
What'd you get?
It like hovered on 17 and then it went, no, just kidding, and then it rolled to a 3. So, yeah.
Right, you said you're going to use your inspiration, right?
No, that was my inspiration because I've disadvantage.
Oh.
Yeah.
So you rolled twice and you got 3 as your high roll?
No, I rolled once because I have disadvantage because I'm exhausted. Because I used my inspiration.
Oh, gotcha. I understand what you're saying now.
Sorry.
I was so confused, but I understand. It's okay. Okay. That will be 2 lose. Oh, no, you have your turn, Vagrant. So you can't really just tell who these people are. They look just like thugs. They look like just a bunch of rapscallion pirates.
Rapscallions. Okay, well, I draw a pistol out and I fire at one point blank. I got a 12 plus 8 is 20 to hit.
Yes, that'll hit.
Man, if I had level 13. I was just looking at that and like all of a sudden my class power like doubles at level 13 for some reason. But I'm not. So here we go. I got a 7 damage.
7 damage. All right. You fire into one of them. One of the guys just drops dead. There's still a whole bunch of them in front of you guys. That leads us into Tulu's turn.
Wait, no, I got a second attack.
Oh, go for your second attack.
And 9 plus 8 is 17 to hit.
That will definitely hit, yes.
And
There's so many of these guys around, it's almost impossible not to hit at least one of them.
10 damage.
Another 10 damage. You're able to take it out another one. As they seem to just... These men just dropping dead, the ones behind them mindlessly walking forward and begin to continue fighting you.
Oh, no.
That leads us into Tulu's turn.
Okay. Yeah. How many creatures did you say were in here total? 20, something like that.
Yes, there are now. Hang on, let me double check. There are 6 left of these thug-like guys in front of you, and then there are the 2 knights.
So we've already killed some of them.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah, Clearkey took out 2, and Vagrant took out 2.
Okay. In that case, I'm just going to cast Hold Person on this guy.
Okay, it's a Wisdom save. What's your DC?
It is 16.
Okay, he had 13, so he fails. So he's stuck there. Bonus action? Okay,
I'm good.
Floki.
I will do. Yes, very good. All right, I would like to first things first, bonus action. I would like to sick key on this caged dude. I want her to see if she can undo his restraints.
You want to try to pick the lock?
Yes.
All right, give me a sleight of hand at disadvantage.
Ooh,
As she slides her way into the padlock and tries to push the tumblers by hand.
Sleight of hand is dexterity, which is this, which gets a that's not a disadvantage. Disadvantage, it would be 12.
She successfully moves one of the 5 tumblers. She kind of sighs and says, "This might take a while."
Oh well, it's progress. All right, and then I'd like to cast Eldritch Blast
All right.
on this dude down here, who I think is the paralyzed dude. which gives me advantage on stuff.
With
I know.
concentration, does he get a repeated saving throw after he takes damage?
No, only on the end of his turn.
At the end of its turn,
Yeah.
right.
So
Cool.
that's a 27 to hit
That'll definitely hit.
and a 23 to hit.
That'll also hit.
Okay, he takes 17 force damage.
He stands there as you blast these bolts in, impacting the armor around him, denting it somewhat. He stands strong.
And I end my turn.
Floki,
All
you
right.
scare me sometimes.
Next, runs down here, says, "If you'll excuse me, lads," and slides his way through here,
First,
as
don't mind me.
with a bonus action dash, and then he's going to attack twice. These guys here. He crits once and rolls a nat one on the other one. That's funny. Do his does 17 damage to these guys. That is going to be his turn. Scoots Magoots is going to run up to here. Then he's going to load a musket and fire his musket from there.
I knew
Which
he
will
had a
give him.
musket. I was like, he's got a musket.
He's got a musket. Of course he does. He's got Scoots Magoots. He rolled a 12, which just barely hits one of these guys. So he's gonna go ahead and do his damage from that. That is their turn. That leads us back to the monsters' turn. So this guy at the end of his turn is going to repeat his saving throw. He got a 19 plus his modifier, so he's going to actually pass, and he's going to go ahead and leave. Use his movement to leave.
Can he? It says at the end of his turn, he.
That's correct. So he can't because it would be the end of his turn. Correct. But he did pass. This guy is going to give up on interrogating that guy. Noticing you guys are slashing your way through these guys up here. He is. I'm gonna see. He might be too terrified to do anything. He's not. He's gonna come up here. He's gonna use his movement. Let's see. He can get to there. I think that works. And he's gonna go ahead and make an attack to Kleroki. That's a 17 to hit.
Misses.
Hoop. He brings his hammer down, and you're able to block it with your pauldron and not take any damage from it. Even though the impact does kind of scoot you back a little bit. These guys are all going to kind of slash forward. Say 2 of them are going to attack Fagrin, and 2 of them are going to attack Nex. The 2 to Nex hit, and the 2 to Fagrin, one of them got a 25 to hit, one of them got a 5 to hit. So the 25 will hit. Fagrin, you're going to go ahead and take 10 slashing damage as a few of them just slice at you with different blades, cutting across your cheek and across your shoulder. That is all their turn. So Kleroki.
I'm going to target the metal dude in front of me,
Okay.
and again start wailing into him with my Morningstar.
Go for it.
For a 19 to hit and a 23 to hit.
Both hit, just barely.
For a total of 21 damage.
Woo wee! You are able to take out 2 more of these. Oh no, I'm sorry. You smash your. What do you have? You have a Morningstar, right?
I have a Morningstar, yeah.
Yeah, you smash your Morningstar into it. The pipes on his armor begin to bust and pop. He's gonna have disadvantage on his next turn. He kind of screams out. That is. You have another attack, right?
I know those were my 2 attacks.
Oh, both your attacks. Okay. Then Fagrin.
Do any of these people that are dead or around here seem to have a weapon on them? Club, sword, knife?
Yeah, they have all types of different blades. So they have rapiers, short swords, long swords, daggers.
Do I see one that is a like maybe a rapier? No, I think a dagger or a short sword.
Yeah.
Okay. I put my pistol away with my minor action and use my movement to move and grab a short sword. Can I
All
do
right.
that?
Yeah.
All right. And then I pick it up, and then I start stabbing with both of them.
All right.
Wait, why did I did that? You
I don't know.
I can't
It's
remember
cool.
anymore. Can you do 2-weapon fighting as a third attack? You can't do that, can you? Can you?
No.
Yeah, I didn't think so.
No, you when you take the attack action, you make an additional attack, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's what you do. You just don't add your modifier. So you get 4 attacks then. You just don't add your modifier to 2 of them.
Oh, that's crazy. I do have 2-weapon. Well, everybody has 2-weapon fighting. Anyways, then in that case, with the rapier, I have 16 to hit for one and 12 to hit for the other.
Okay.
And then for the is a short sword a light weapon? It's not, right? So it has to be a dagger.
It is.
It
Yeah,
is.
it's
Okay.
light.
So then, in that case, I pick up the short sword, and I can do this. I can attack 4 times.
Yeah.
Wow.
You just don't add your modifier.
Okay. That would be a 17 on one and 7 on the other for the short sword.
The 7 will miss.
Okay. And so, in that case, let's see, D8. Oh no, it froze on it. 11 damage on 1. This is on 1.
You have 1 short sword attack left. Yeah, for damage.
Yeah. And then 11 plus 11 plus brain 6 is 17 damage. And then
All right.
and then I don't add my modifier to this, right? It's just
Right.
5. Yeah, 5.
Okay. You're able to begin to parry through these guys, slicing them apart, and eventually, the crowd is looking thinner as one of these mounds of people begin to fall in battle. That is your turn, which leads us into Tulu's turn.
Tulu looks at the little guy trying to run away, says, "Don't run away, don't run away, stay here, stay here. We want to talk to you." And he casts Hold Person on him again.
Oh, okay. I'll go ahead and have him roll. He got a 13 again.
All right.
So he freezes again. That is, you have a bonus action, any movement you want to use?
I'm going to stay where I'm at.
Okay. Floki.
I am going to. Well, a logistical question. Is there a route that I could use to move past the big cluster of people right here without getting whacked?
If you could probably squeeze between there, but it'd be difficult. You might have a chance to get stuck. You can also just walk around Fagrin at this point.
Yeah, I see this is down there. All right, I'll do that, but I'll worry about measuring that out later. I would like to attack. I have a mouse somewhere. The dude at the bottom here, with myself and with Key.
All right. The dude at the bottom, you mean the dude that he just froze, right?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Go ahead and go for it.
Okay. Eldritch Blast is with advantage.
Mm-hmm.
A 14 to hit.
We'll miss.
All right, and a higher number, 22 to hit.
We'll hit.
Okay, and that'll do. Oh, that's silly. Remembering that I'm forgetting stuff now. All right. 18 force damage.
Nice.
So, wait. Nope. Sorry. Take that back. 8 force damage. I
Okay.
remember how my stuff works. And he will
Shoot him as well.
Guess just have to roll this out twice. Large number and not better. That was 2 things, whatever. 21 to hit.
Yep.
He will take 1 damage and need to make a Constitution saving throw.
He got a 10.
He is poisoned for 1 minute.
All right. Poisoned as well. He's not doing so well, this guy.
He thinks he's doing worse.
So
And
hold. Does that refrain him from communicating too? Like, is he able to speak?
he can't take actions.
Okay, good call. But I didn't know if that meant that he could do anything else. That's all right. It was Floki's turn. It is now Nexus' turn. He is going to see this guy standing in front of Kuroki. He's gonna come in on that action and attack. He's gonna miss once and hit once. Not do so well on the damage, but he does kind of slice into the armored guy's side a little bit. Scoots is going to reload and fire at the crowd of people. He fires, it kind of goes wildly, clanking off the ceiling above, busting through one of the rafters as shards of splinters begin to fall from the ceiling above you. And Nyx kind of shouts back, "Be careful while you're aiming that thing!" That'll be hit their turn. That is back to the monsters. He's going to repeat his saving throw over here. And he's poisoned, so he has disadvantage on it. He rolled a 2. He's not going anywhere. This guy up here is going to make his attacks at Kuroki. That's a 17 and a nat 1 to hit.
Miss.
All right. All these guys are going to try to make their attacks to Nyx. Not doing so well. Wow. I rolled 2 nat 2s and a 6. Nyx is just able to dance between the blades at this point. You guys are looking really well. This guy's been trying to get away, desperately can't. This guy is just flailing at Kuroki. Kuroki, you're just taking his the hammer, and it just feels like a light breeze across you as you are able to take it. And this guy, who is using his strength and might against you, feels like almost nothing. But it is your turn, Kuroki.
Yeah, I'm gonna continue to wail into this guy.
All right, go for it.
With all the anger that Kuroki has with him, for a 10 to hit and a dirty 20 to hit.
The 10 will miss. The dirty 20 will hit.
All right, then that's a total of 11 damage.
11 damage. You are able to you smash your Morningstar down again. The pipe bursts, and with a rapid hiss, it kind of takes off. His whole helmet just twists backwards, and he drops dead. That is Vagrant's turn.
Okay.
Can I? No, never mind.
Sorry, you want to move or do something else?
I was going to see if I couldn't move. Just down here.
Okay.
Just slide that away.
You should just try to force your way through the crowd of people.
Yeah.
Kind of shoving his shoulder into these guys. All right.
I'm gonna start dueling the people left over here.
All right, go for it.
Okay. I'm gonna try to use roll 20 so I don't have to do all the math I'm failing at. Rapier, and rapier, and short sword, and short sword. So let's see. 11 plus 8 comes out at 11 anyway. Yeah, 11 to hit, a 23 to hit, a 9 to hit, and a 7 to hit. Yikes.
9 and 7 will both miss, but the first 2 will hit.
Oh, nice. Okay, so then that's 18 damage.
You were able to slice through and finally finish off the rest of them. After taking a breath, you look up and realize that they're all standing dead in front of you.
Well, there's a few of them.
Was.
Aye.
There's still one left.
He just stands there, frozen, not moving in his armor.
Hello, mate. Now,
You want to kill him or you want to tie him up?
You hear a faint murmur and heavy breathing coming from within the armor.
We're out of initiative?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. We'll wrestle him.
You wrestle him, you just like take him down.
Yeah.
All right. Give me an opposed athletics check. But actually, just kidding. Just make an
Can
athletics
you
check.
make one?
Yeah, I want to see how fast it takes you. How long it takes you to get him down.
All right. Well, this digital dice feature exists to mock me. It always lands on a really good number and then slides over to a bad number. So that's 7.
It's strange because it's like his body inside is not resisting, but the armor itself seems to have like these strong reinforcements of the joints, and actually really difficult to get him down. But eventually, you're able to like get him down to his knees.
Why are you so fat?
You just hear heavy breathing coming from within the armor.
Um. All
I,
right. Yeah.
I checked the bodies for a key to open up, see if I can find a key.
All right, give
Yeah,
me
I asked
a.
the.
I'm sorry.
I was gonna say I was going to ask the stranger his name or her name.
Um, he doesn't say anything, but you hear a whistle back, like almost like a bird call. Go ahead and give me a perception or investigation check, Tulu, as you're looking for a key among all the bodies. Next kind of makes way to this into the room and goes, I think I recognize this one. Are you the one they call the Whistler? And the guy just nods his head from within. And
Six,
he, 6?
16.
16. I was gonna say like 6. That's terrible. How'd you roll that low? Okay, yeah, 16. You're able to get it. It takes you a while reading through all these bodies. Your hands get covered in their blood. But eventually you do find a key ring. The key ring has 3 keys. One of them is very short and black. The other one is about medium length and brass. Another one is very large, heavy, and made of like a copper.
I start twirling it around my finger, and it accidentally flies off and kind of flies towards Kleroki and hits him.
It's
There you go,
I
Kleroki.
how big is the lock on the cage? How
It
tough
looks
does
like
it look?
it looks like it would match the copper one pretty well.
It looks like it match what?
The copper key, yeah, it looks
Oh
good.
no, I was asking like how tough does the lock look? Like could I just like smash it open instead of like getting the
It
key?
looks like hefty. Like these look like
All right,
they're made to keep people in here.
all right, fine. I'll shoot Tulu a glare and then pick up the key and unlock it.
All right, you unlock it. The figure stands up, kind of nods to you, and turns around to show their hands bound behind their back in these like
Uh,
manacle shackles.
does the key fit those?
The smaller, little, tiny black one does, and the little black one
I
releases.
unlock it.
They turn back to you, wearing this jester mask. Their features are pretty well hidden, but from the hands, you could assume this is either a human or a half elf. They kind of fold their hands and do a deep bow to you, Kuroki, and then they look to Nex and kind of go like that with a whistle, and Nex kind of nods and grins and goes, "Hey, Kuroki, good job! You just freed one of the best assassins I've ever met."
Okay. Well, I mean, okay. As long as he didn't try and assassinate me.
He he then slowly makes his way through you guys, comes over to the chest and retrieves his weapons from the chest. You see him pull out like a large whip and some cattails.
I take the handcuffs that came off of him and put them on the guy down here.
All right, you do. It's the same situation where like the armor itself aids the muscles, but you can tell that the person inside has basically given up. You're able to bind this man in armor, in shackles.
And is anything left in the chest?
You look in the chest. You do indeed see. There are 3 sets of manacles and a 10-foot chain.
This day just gets kinkier and kinkier.
Well,
All
we
right.
got a prisoner. Let's ask him where our guys or our buddies might be.
Aye.
Who wants to put the scare on them?
Let's see if we do that. Let's see if we find anything useful on these people.
All right, you're gonna look around again. Go ahead, and give me an investigation or perception check.
Yeah, no.
What you do happen to notice as you're looking through all the bodies is all of them seem to have their eyes be cut out. A few of them are infected with blue rot, but all these men seem to be eyeless, which you do find to be odd, except for the one in the heavy armor. These armored guys seem to not be eyeless, but everyone else is. But you don't happen to find anything of note. You do happen to find 10 copper coins, 15 silver coins, and all of the blades that they have. Pretty much any blade you want, there's probably what blade like it here. Can't tell you what quality it is, but there are some here. Next kind of...
Can I
sorry, go ahead.
can I attempt to take the helmet off of this dude?
Yeah, you begin to pull on it, and you then see that it's almost like fitted like plumbing pipes to the back of the head. And you have to like undo all these copper fittings and stuff, and so eventually you're able to pop it up. And it's actually brass, not copper, but you're able to open it up and take it off and see the face of a disgruntled dwarf whose eyes are like glossy white, and his brow is just beating with sweat, and he just looks at you. And you can give me an insight check real fast.
At disadvantage, right?
Yeah, sadly.
Well, that's an 8.
Uh, it it just looks. You can't tell if it's like depression or what, but this guy looks like he's got like no will to live anymore.
Good
I
news, my
think
friend.
Tulu
This
can drop
is
the
a
spell.
robbery. Give us what we want, and no one needs to get hurt.
Late for that.
There's no response from this man.
I think Tulu should probably drop the spell if he wants to talk to us. Maybe. I don't know.
Oh yeah, I forgot all about that. I'm glad you mentioned that. I'll lose my concentration on it.
As you do, you notice there's no difference in tone or gesture from this guy. He just stays the same.
All right.
Rat.
Well,
If we're not going to get answers from him, we should push on, find our people, and get out of here. Something wrong with this place.
what do you want to do with him?
What, dude? What's my dude? I like to sort of poke him in the cheek. What's with the eyeless dudes? That's really weird. This is a really weird thing going on here. What's going on?
Give me a persuasion check.
Alrighty. That's a 16.
There's a long pause, and he sheds a single tear. Should it be this way? We're gonna change things. He had a plan. No. It's gonna be different than this.
Yeah, I know that feeling.
Well, I'm ready. Do it.
I don't want to hurt you, man. It's just what's going on with this plan? Has something gone wrong? It's not. Did the has the plan just been foiled, or is like is the
Next.
people you've been believing in not who you thought they were?
Next comes up next to him, wraps his arm around him, and says, Vagrant, I told you. You ruined our invasion. And the plans we had. Now, there's no reason to leave this rat out here. And he takes his dagger and just plunges it into this guy's back. The guy just screams out. And then next kind of throws him to the side. Goes, we came here to do one thing, boys.
Two things.
I know. Aye, what be the other? And he kind of steps.
We're rescuing some crew.
He kind of steps up like that, and then Kuroki kind of like stands in the way and pushes him back. He goes, "All right, the crew." At this point,
And go
what?
ahead.
No, I was just gonna say that the Whistler kind of walks up behind, amused by the sight that he saw.
Hey, Whistler. Pleasure to meet you.
I is this door locked in front of us?
It is
Actually,
indeed
no,
not locked.
I try and kick the door down.
You kick it open, and Normal Toy doesn't want me to reveal it. But indeed, you open it, and it leads to a small hallway with another door at the other end of the hallway. Uh,
I
as
I go
as you
ahead.
approach this doorway, you can hear chattering, small talk. Seems to be in Dwarvish. Do you speak Dwarvish?
No, I speak
Uh,
Draconic.
Okay. Well, there's it's clearly dwarvish people seem to be chattering. You hear small scraping of metal, and you hear what sounds like maybe purring.
I look over to Fagrin and give him like an "Are you ready?" look as I prepare to kick down this other door.
I join him and draw my blades out and I nod at him.
And then yeah, I kick this door down.
All right. As you
Going
do,
blade swinging.
as you do, let's see if I can go ahead and get this. We're gonna go ahead and I'm gonna move these guys up too, because that way they don't have to use their whole turn to go through there. We'll move this guy out of the way and put him there. All right. We'll go ahead and keep the same initiative as you bust open the. Actually, I am going to have them roll again because I don't feel like it's fair that they would go first. If you guys are surprising them, actually, let's just do that. They're surprised. You guys got to go first. As you bust down the door, you see a ton of these guys in armor. They have their helmets off and they seem to be eating. And as soon as you rush in the door, they all begin to stand up and get armed.
Yeah.
Uh,
I can I go first?
yeah. Yep.
Yeah. I run into here and I use my Draconic breath thing down
Nice.
one of them.
So dex save.
It's yeah, Dex 13, I believe. Yep.
Is yours a cone or a line? Because you've never used it
It's
before.
it's a line.
Okay, I assumed so because it's lightning. It makes sense to be a line, but I want to make sure. That's an 8. That's a 7. That's a 4. They all fail.
Okay, so then they will take 15 damage.
Nice. Hang on a second while I do that. Anything else you want to do with your turn?
I believe that's that's my action.
Okay.
So, I mean that's really all I can do.
Okay. Faker to be next.
All right. I'm going to run in and wait. What's that? What's that?
A circle. I tried drawing a circle, but I can't move it.
Okay.
It's okay. You have
my
to.
my MMO person like came out. I'm like, well, don't stand in the red circle. I don't know. It's like- so, anyways, I don't know why.
I can move it. It's okay.
All right. Anyways, I run in and attack the nearest dude.
All right, go for it.
I have a question. Can I?
Yeah.
Do I have to declare my attacks at the front of the round, or do I attack until an effect occurs and then the next attack and so on and so forth? And I'm just asking. I don't know.
You mean to say like you don't want to waste damage on a guy?
Yeah,
'cause
and
you
I
can
don't,
hit
no, it's okay. I will waste damage, just
I just-
whichever way we're doing it.
It can affect cleave rules. So you just attack, and if your intent is to kill as many as possible, then we'll just affect cleave rules. So
We're definitely in killing mode, so I'll do that. I know we're trying to. All right. So that goes 17, 10, 5, 23.
17 and 5 will both miss.
Wait. Wait, what?
You said
17 to
17
hit, 10 to hit, 5 to hit, and 23 to
okay,
hit.
so the first 3 miss. You hit with the last one.
Oh, I see what you mean.
As you're slashing into his armor, and you are not penetrating.
All right, I did a big 1 damage on that.
You did 1 damage?
Yeah.
Oof. as you just come into this way. This guy almost paralyzed with electricity from Grogu's dragon breath, and you're barely able to scratch through his armor, getting his attention. That is into Tulu's turn.
Okay, you know that big circle I drew?
Yeah, you want it back?
Yeah.
Okay.
Uh, and actually, I kind of want it on about. Yeah, there you go. I can't get all three of the groups in that circle, can I?
Hang on, let me just put it right in the center and we'll see. Oh gosh, now it won't let me click on it. Roll 20 is dumb. Roll 20 is so dumb. Just let me grab it. There we go. There you go. You can get all of them.
Okay, well I'll do that.
Okay.
And then each square is 5 feet, right?
Correct.
Okay, then that's right. Spike growth. So
Spike
the
growth. What's range?
area becomes difficult terrain, and when they move, when a creature moves within the area, it takes 2d4 piercing damage for every 5 feet it travels.
Nice. Takes 2d4, you said?
Mhm.
All right. It is now difficult terrain and terribly painful to walk through. That would be Floki's turn.
All right, I guess it is my turn. I will. I'll keep it simple and go here and I will take the dodge action.
Okay.
I'm
You
gonna be
start-
fun like that. And
Be light on your feet, dodge around.
bonus action, I want to key this dude.
Okay. You want to hear?
Actually, is he like dying?
Is he dying? No, but they're all like, they've all these guys all on this bench have all been electrocuted, so they're not doing so well. Fagrin came up and was like slashing into him too, but he hasn't made any progress. And there is like this, these tables that they were sitting at have like almost came to life and enveloped these guys in the center and kind of strangling these guys' feet. This large growth of plant life has sprung from the tables. That these guys were enjoying a nice meal, and it's been interrupted by
All right,
attackers and
that
spell.
is
So keys tech,
horrifying. Yep, that's a natural 20,
nice. So he takes 2 damage.
1 damage, and
Oh,
yeah,
because
there's no dice involved.
there's no
It's
dice
just
involved.
1 damage.
One
Unless you
damage.
want it to be 2. You
I'm
are
gonna
the king of
say
this
it's
world,
anyway.
but
It makes up for Fagrin's 1 earlier. He
um,
rolled a 15 to save for the
that I believe fails. Yes, so he's now poisoned,
nice.
which gives him disadvantage on attacks and stuff.
Nice. That will be Nex's turn. Nex is gonna weave his way through here and make it to here. And it's with Spike Grove. You say it's begin your end your turn or just movement through for this spell.
Movement through.
Okay, so next we'll go ahead and take a little bit of it as he's gonna touch it. He's gonna take 3 piercing or whatever. He's gonna take 3 damage, whatever type it is. It doesn't really matter. Next has resistance to almost everything anyway. Then he's going to go ahead and slash his way into this guy. Hiya. Both of those will hit. They're going to take some damage. Next is able to slash his blades into this guy here who is trying to stand up in the weeds. Take that much damage. That is his turn. Scoots Magoots is going to move up here too. And he's gonna fire his musket shot into this guy. Nat 2. He fires. He just kind of goes rampant,
Ow!
carving its way through these plants in the center. That is there. Let's see. This guy here is gonna take 10 feet of movement to move to here and take 2d4. He's gonna take 6 damage from the spell. This guy here is going to do the same thing. He's going to take... let's roll it out again. I can't... I'm using my one hand that I usually do other things with and the other hand on the other one. So there we go. He's going to take that. they still have their action. So, Fagrin, you're gonna take.
Never mind.
Okay, Fagrin, you're gonna take 2 attacks from these knighted guys. Nat 2 and Nat 3, so no big deal there. This guy here is gonna attack Floki. That's a 12 to hit.
On me? No.
Oh.
Aha.
With your dodge, you're able to slice out of the way. That will be these guys. See, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and he can't even make it all the way there. He's gonna make it there. 6. So that's 12d12.
And it's for every 5 feet they move, they take that damage.
Oh,
so if they move 10 feet, then they take twice that.
Okay, so this is going to be really effective because these guys don't understand how this magic works. So let's see, that's 6. Geez Louise. One of them literally just gets strangled by these vines as he's walking through there, and straight up gets evaporated by them. This guy is going to take a bunch. The spell. This is like the perfect spell. I just wanted to let you know that was like the best spell you could possibly cast. So that's another 12 damage there.
Ross is shaving and it makes me uncomfortable.
7
I'm just
damage
over
there.
here like with the short sword, like while the druid just utterly murders everybody with magic powers. Just like
They all take a
This is
bunch.
why you should always be nice to your kitchen table.
this is why you hired the right
Just think if
people.
I cast Thunder Wave and pushed them back.
Actually,
So
they don't take damage from that.
1, 2, 3, 4 damage or 4 attacks into next.
Oh, interesting.
So it would push them back, and then they would still take damage going back through it.
No, they don't
Next.
take damage when you do that.
Well, they
But
might.
it's in the spike growth.
It's only willful movement, I believe. I believe there's rules about that, but that's okay. Clearke's going to take 1 attack here. Nat 4 to hit. Nothing there. Nothing fancy. That is all of their attacks. However, this one here seems to be drawing his keys and heading for this cage over here.
No.
That is all their turn. It is now Whistler's turn. Whistler is going to run through here. He can't get... Oh, he can. He can get right there. He's going to stab into this guy here, or slash into him with his whip. That'll hit. As the whip comes up and stinging this guy for 8 damage. That is their turn. It is now back to Clearkey.
I'm going to whack at the guy in front of me.
Go for it.
How injured is he looking?
He looks pretty rough.
Right, does a 17 hit?
It does not.
Does a 25 hit?
It does.
That's 8 damage then.
Nice. As you're able to, this guy's like slowly was trying to get up out of his seat. So this is what happens. Imagine it from this guy's perspective, because he's sitting here enjoying his meal. You guys rush
Imagine
in.
it from my perspective.
He gets electrocuted with lightning. These vines start to come up and wrap around his ankles. Then a musket shot flies over his head. A whip comes up and stings him while there's blades coming from Fagrin on the side. And then next thing you know, your big Morningstar just comes down, whacking him and smashing his head in.
All right, and then as a bonus action, I believe I can do this as a bonus action. I would like to cast Compel Duel on this guy down here.
Nice. So it's a wisdom save?
It's a Wisdom 15, I believe.
Okay, well, he got a nat 1, so you're good.
Okay, let me find.
So that makes him attack you, right?
Yes, basically. Where did my spell go?
Now this one, I wonder if this one applies to that situation.
So he probably will
So
move on.
I
to
attempt to
his
compel a
turn.
creature into a duel.
Mhm.
On a failed save, creatures drawn to you compelled by your divine demand. For the duration, has disadvantage on attack rolls against other creatures other than you, and must make a wisdom saving throw every time it attempts to move a space that is more than 30 feet away from you. If
Gotcha.
it succeeds, spell doesn't restrict target's movement for that turn. Spell ends if you attack another creature, or you cast a spell that targets a hostile creature other than that target, or if a friendly creature damages the target or casts a harmful spell on it, or if I end my turn more than 30 feet away from it.
Gotcha.
So if anyone else attacks him or attacks him with a hostile spell, the spell ends. If I attack anybody other than him with a spell, it ends. Or if I'm more than 30 feet away from him, it ends.
Gotcha. Big.
He's drawn to duel to me.
Yes.
Okay. 23 to hit, 10 to hit, 8 to hit, 8 to hit. Man, I'm sucking now.
I get the first one, the rest miss.
7 damage.
7 damage. This one. You slash your blade into him, ripping through some of the armor, dislodging some of it. You hear a grinding hiss, but he still stands. Tulu.
Question: if I'm concentrating on a spell, can I cast another spell
As
It's
long
not-
as you have concentration, yeah.
as long as it's not concentration? Okay. Where's Fagrin?
Vagrant
that-
is literally right in the mix of it. He's right there.
Can I get to him right now?
Not touch, but any other way.
That's what I was going to do. But in that case, then I'm just going to cast Frostbite on this one.
All right. Is that a con save?
That is a con 16. Yes,
He rolled 12.
2d6. 4 points damage and disadvantage on its next attack roll.
Nice. Floki.
All right. It's my turn.
Mhm.
I would like to cast Green Flame Blade and
Nice.
stab the dude directly next to me.
Go for it.
That's this button. Rats. That's an 11 to hit.
That will miss, sadly.
All right, look at me wasting my turn. But I would also like Key to shoot at him.
Okay. He shoots him.
All right, let's see. Clear that. This is mildly inconvenient to do. That's a 21 to hit.
That
And
will
he gets
hit.
to make he takes 1 damage and gets to make a Constitution saving throw.
He fails.
What did he roll?
He rolled a 12.
He fails, and he is now poisoned, and I end my turn.
Right. He is poisoned. That is Nex's turn. Next is going to slash out at one of these guys. Hits once. He's able to take out this guy here. You hear him laughing out in Infernal with a guttural hiss. Pretty terrifying. Scooty Magoots is gonna shoot at this one. Yeah! He misses, of course.
Ow!
Scoots is like, don't start it, I'll get him eventually. And he takes his bonus action to reload.
You
his
could be
musket.
careful with that, Scoots.
Oh, I'm not
Trying
gonna
to
hit you,
parry
Fagor.
blades and everything.
That is their turn. It is now these guys' turn. Compelled Duel is gonna make this get work this way. 44 damage as he's gonna walk all the way up to here. That is 3 plus 5, 8 damage. And then he's going to attack Kluroki with a natural 20.
Okay, I'd kind of deserve that.
Uh,
I mean, I do deserve that. I'd compel duel him.
6 up to 12, so you take 12 fire damage as he's going to smash into you with his fire mallet. That will be 1, 2, 3 attacks into Nyx. That'll hit, and that'll hit. Nyx is going to take a lot of damage here. Probably. I mean, I don't know. We'll see. 13 plus 7, 20, 29. 29 damage. He just starts taking wallops as he like tries to parry one and step out the blade of the other one. These guys are all fighting in unison, like well timed hammering of an anvil. They are able to pound at his body from every direction. That is 2 attacks into Fagrin. Let's see. One of those is at disadvantage because he's poisoned, which means it's a 2, which misses. The other one rolled a 12 to hit, which will also miss. That is all of their turns. It is now Whistler's turn. Whistler is going to hit this guy with his whip or attempt to do so. In fact, he is able to whack this guy upside the head with a whip. He's going to take a little bit of damage. That will bring us back to the top at Clue.
Okay, I am going to.
Like we're all standing in like these unison lines.
Yep.
Right.
I'm going to whack at the guy I use Compel Duel on because you know
Okay.
that's a thing I can do.
Right. Oh, so he'll get a repeated save because Whistler just hit him, right?
Who hit him?
Whistler, the guy next to you.
Yes. No. He just straight up fails. He's
Oh.
not. He's no longer Compelled Dueled.
Okay, he's no longer compelled. Cool.
Yep.
All right, but you can still go ahead. And hit him.
Yeah. So that is a 16 to hit and a dirty 20 to hit.
16 misses, 20 hits.
Okay, and I want to check something. Where was it? And then I'm going to expend a 2nd level spell slot to use Divine Smite for additional 3d8 damage against him.
Nice.
For a total. Damage.
20?
Mm-hmm.
You pour this divine power into your Morning Star. It glows a bright white. As you bring it down, his armor explodes. Shrapnel explodes from it. And the guy next to him, his armor gets pierced with it as well. As you are able to smash into his armor and do a crap ton of damage. This one also take a little bit as the shrapnel kind of explodes off outwards.
Just like take a quick step forward, like over top his now dead body.
All right. There are 2 dead guys there.
I'm standing on top of 2 dead bodies.
You're just staying on this mountain of your glorious battle. Figured this your turn. Miss hit and a miss.
All right, 6 damage.
Okay. 6 damage will finally be enough to get your first kill of this room. These guys are much tougher than the thugs in the first room with all their heavy armor, but eventually you're able to find purchase, finally relieving this guy of his duty. Now we'll be back
That's what
to
I say.
Tula,
You're relieved of your duty. And I like
as he
take
also
it like through the opening in his helm.
Fantastic. Yeah, that loses Tulu.
Okay, which one's attacking? This one's attacking Kluroki, right?
He has been the one that was attacking him is dead. These guys are all kind of focusing on Nex, and they're kind of making him look like a pansy as they're all beating him to smithereens.
Is this Loki right here?
Yes.
Okay, then I'll cast Frostbite on this one right here.
All right, con save. That's a 12.
Failed.
I don't think these guys have passed a single save tonight. It's pretty rough.
7 points and disadvantage on his next attack.
All right, he was already at disadvantage, so he's at triple disadvantage. That's not really a thing, but we're gonna pretend like it is for now. That is your turn. That is Floki.
This is a robbery. Throw down your arms and no one else needs to be hurt.
Give me a persuasion check. I'm gonna say at disadvantage because they're seriously fighting you guys to the death.
We've killed what, 5 of them so far?
Yeah, he kills.
I would hope I'd be intimidating because of all the dying, but
Yeah, but this is a persuasion check, right? Or no, you're. Oh, okay, I see what you're saying. You're just
yeah,
intimidating.
I'm saying surrender or die.
Yeah, flat intimidation roll. Go for it.
Love to hear it. I can be very intimidating, except when the dice do me like this. That's just a 13.
The one next to you hesitates for a moment, and then you can see him kind of shake his head a bit, and he comes back to.
All right, fair. Can I stab him?
Yeah, go for it. You're like, drop your weapon. Oh, you're not going to? All right, I'll stab you. Yes.
Yep, that's a 17 to hit.
That'll miss, sadly, as he is able to smash your blade away.
Ow.
That is Nex's turn. He's gonna try to hit this.
I'll bonus action invisibility on Key,
Okay.
and
Movie.
then my turn.
All right. Yeah. All right. This guy is going to get hit once by Nex. Wow. Good job, Nex. 3 damage. Really doing it there. That will be Scooty's turn. Come on, Scooty, hit something for crying out loud. Nat 2. He's not doing
Oh,
I think he is gonna reload and then he's gonna use
Next,
his movement.
or no, Scoots.
Scooch just knocks your hat right off. You gain 1 inspiration for that. That was hilarious. He's gonna step up here, try to get a better shot at something. That is Whistler. Oh wait, no, these guys go first. 1, 2, 3 attacks into Next again. That's a nat 1, a 15, and 11. None of those are gonna do anything. This guy, as he's able to finally catch his breath a bit and step out of the way of their blades. Or their mallets, rather. This one down here is going to attack Floki with disadvantage as his arms are
super
beginning to...
disadvantage.
What? What'd you
He's
say?
frostbitten and poisoned.
Yeah, it doesn't really work that way, but that's okay.
All right.
He still only rolled a 12 to hit, so you're good. That is Whistler's turn finally. He's going to... Well, he doesn't have a lot he could do. He could throw a dagger at this guy, so that's what he's going to do. Whistler's gonna miss with a nat 3. He chucks a dagger. Kleroki's large silhouette is able to give this guy enough cover that the dagger goes wild. That is their turn, and back to Kleroki.
So does Scooty Magoots here? Is he still trying to use his musket?
No, you can see him changing weapons. He's got a short sword.
All right. All right. In that case, then I'm going to continue to wail on the guy next to me.
Okay.
For a 16 and a 15 to hit.
Both of those are gonna miss, sadly.
All right, then we are going to do nothing.
All
That's
right.
all we can really do.
All right. That is Tulu.
Or Fagrin.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, Fagrin. Fagrin.
Alright, I move down here, and then I gonna try to kill that guy if I can.
Okay, go for it.
A 21 to hit, a 14 to hit, a 20 to hit, and a 23 to hit.
3 of those hit.
That's 11 plus 4 is 15 plus 5 is 20.
You come up behind this guy who is focused on Floki. You're able to come up behind him and just slash him, dislocating the pistons which operate his backpack. Fire kind of envelops him, and smoke and flame comes out from the mask from behind. He gets scorched from the inside out as he falls down. That is to Tulu.
Okay. Tulu's going to move in just a little bit.
Oh wait, and I
And-
use my minor action to stow my short sword.
Cool.
Go ahead, sorry.
Okay. Tulu's going to move into this corner up here.
Okay.
And then, well, I can't move. There he is. Telepathically, I'm going to talk to Fagrin and tell him and say, put this in his mind. We don't really care if Nex dies, do we? And with that, I am casting Frostbite on
he
him.
doesn't. I like how he doesn't wait for a response on.
Yeah. he just kind of we don't care if he dies, do we? And then he casts Frostbite on this one.
All right. Con save 21.
Passed. All right.
All right. He takes nothing there. So his thing will go away there. Finally, he's able to muster the strength to counter the spell, that'll be Floki's turn.
Oh, right. I would like to. Well, I guess I'll sidestep for a little better angle, and I'd like to uh, Eldritch Blast the dude next to Kluroki.
All right.
There's a natural 1 and a 15 to hit.
Sadly, both of them are gonna miss.
All right.
The
And
spell
then
kind of comes up, and the spike grove is able to kind of swat away like these rapid vines are sprouting from this table and just swat away at the spells.
and then I'd like to walk back to my previous position, back over the dude I was just conversing with, and say, hey, Whistler, I don't suppose that you're looking for a crew. I could use a talented fellow like you for some uh emperor assassinating.
He turns his head, looks towards you, and then he kind of cocks his head like that of like a dog or maybe even a bird, and then just holds up a thumb to you, and turns back towards the battle.
Love to hear it.
Is that into your turn?
Mm-hmm.
All right. Next is gonna slash into some guys here. Uh, Miss terribly on both of them. Scooty, let's see what you can do. He's gonna try to slash at one with his blade.
Believe in you, Scooty.
That's a 15. Still not good enough. It is better though.
That was a good effort.
He kind of slashes and he's like, oh. He's like trying to reach past Kluroki, who's like standing in between him, and his arms are barely able to reach and not quite make way to cut through. 3 attacks into Nyx. These guys are just focusing wholeheartedly on killing Nyx. Bunch of failed attempts to kill him. Then finally, one of them turns back, reaches between Kluroki's legs, and grabs the keys from his dead buddy. He's going to walk down to here, so he's going to take 4d4 damage from the spell, and then
Attack
Kluroki, you get an
opportunity.
opportunity attack. Yep. He's going to take 12 damage there. Just dang, that is
If my
awful.
math is correct, Nex and Scooty can also take attacks of
That is
opportunity on
also
him.
correct, which is good because they both failed. That's a 11 and a 16 to hit, so they both still miss.
I got a 22 to hit,
Nice, that'll do it.
7 damage.
Oh, so close. You're able to bust this guy in the back of in his back, and he just kind of stumbles forward, but he's able to make it. He opens the cage with his bonus action to open this way, and this creature, which looks almost like a mix between a lion and a parrot, kind of steps forward out of the cage. I think it would probably come this direction. As it kind of mixed forward and kind of prowling and lets off this little hiss. That is back to Clue. Nope, sorry. These guys just went. It is now Whistler's turn. Whistler is going to reach down, improvise. He's gonna improvise because he's like, my whip can't hit anybody. I'm out of daggers. He's gonna pick up a mallet from this guy, and then he's gonna come over here and try to hit this guy with his mallet. That's what he's gonna do. He's not gonna have a good modifier on this because he's not strength based, but he will miss just barely. He tries though. That is his turn. Now it's back to Kluroki.
Yeah, I'm going to do the stupid thing, and I'm going to step up into here and
Okay.
whack at this guy up there.
All right, you'll take 2 and roll that. You're gonna take 4 piercing damage.
I'll take half of that
Half
because
that.
I have resistance to spell damage.
Oh, fantastic.
Anyway,
Uh,
anybody within this blue circle has resistance to spell damage.
Oh. Mm.
They're
So
also
even,
immune to
even the
being frightened,
enemies?
and they get a +3 on their saves.
Even the enemies?
No, the friendlies.
Okay, I was making sure. Oh, because that
No,
would be insane.
just the friendlies.
I was like, because then these guys are just taking like so much less. That's cool. Okay,
No,
what's your attack?
just the friendlies.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, 2 attacks. 25 to hit and a 16 to hit.
16 will miss. 25 hits.
6 damage.
All right. You're able to smash into him. He's looking weak, but he's still standing. That is your turn. It's back to Vagrant.
And I'm looking at the clock. I'm probably gonna have to go in 30 minutes. I don't know because I got a big thing tomorrow, unfortunately.
Okay.
But I think what I'm gonna do is oh no, I can't do this. I'm exhausted. Oh no. Oh wait, I have an inspiration token. Yes, I'm gonna use my inspiration token. I'm gonna use expert not work. Use my rope. Toss it around that creature and try to grapple and restrain the creature.
Nice. You
And
will
so
get
I'll
save.
use this, but I also will add, oh god, and a sailor die, which is also not great. 7.
Oh my goodness. What's your mod? Do you have a modifier to it too, right?
No.
Strength?
No.
No?
No.
Oh. Well, it rolled an 8 versus your 7.
Oh,
So
that sucks.
it does. As you begin to try to wrangle this creature, it claws through the rope and tearing through it.
Yeah, I think that's all I can do, because I have to
All right.
use, yeah.
All right. Tulu.
Tulu's just scratching his head. When is this thing ever going to be over with? I mean, we haven't even met the big guy yet, so, well, okay. I'll just cast Frostbite on that guy.
All right. Con save. That is a 15 pass.
16.
All right. So he fails.
4. And disadvantage.
Actually, what happens is you cast a spell and the flames in his backpack get snuffed out. The faint light that glows from it fades, and his like a tin man that runs out of steam just falls over dead. Uh, that is your turn, Floki.
Alrighty. I'd like to rub my hands together and cast Charm Monster,
Nice.
which is a 16 wisdom, and I'm casting it on the released beast and also the nearest caged beast because I'm casting the spell at a higher level so I can target additional creatures.
The one in the cage is able to resist it, but I don't think it matters because the one outside the cage is the one that fails.
Excellent. Love to hear it. It is charmed by me for the next 1 hour.
Cool.
I think so.
It is
And
cool.
I end my turn. Actually, no, I don't. Hold on. I want to come up to it. I want to be like, oh, look at you. You're such a good boy. Excellent. Very good.
All right.
Tulu starts clapping.
All
I knew Floki was useful. He finally did something good.
right. That's back to next. He's gonna go ahead and slash at these guys. He's gonna divvy up his attacks 1 to 1. That's gonna miss 1 to the other. That's gonna hit. He's going to smash into this guy, and finally take that one out. So he goes down. Scoots, it's up to you, buddy. He's gonna try. He's gonna try to slash at this guy in front of him. Nat 1. Not even. He's gonna see the dwarf stand behind him, though. He's gonna turn, and he's going to whack at him instead of Next. Next has been to no avail. What is your AC, Scooty? 15. That's gonna miss with a 13. So, the hammer just swings wild right between Scooty's legs. You see his eyes go wide as he realizes that he almost got smashed. That is their turn.
They can't
It is-
break through Scooty's field of missing.
It is now this monster's turn. Charmed by you, he is going to take its action to dodge as it kind of uses its feline instincts to kind of stay on edge. That is back to Kleroki.
I'm
Oh,
going
sorry.
to again.
Yeah, this guy's just going to use his movement to come up here anyway, but you can go ahead and go.
Yeah, I'm just gonna whack at the guy directly in front of me.
Go for it.
Uh, 10 to hit, that misses, and a 9 to hit, that misses.
Yes. Fagrin.
I using my minor action to stow my blade, and I draw out. Well, I can only draw out one dagger, and I throw it at him.
All right.
I miss.
Oh, so sad.
And then I don't do anything else.
Okay. Tulu. Save us, Tulu.
Tulu's just going. There's just one guy left, right?
Yeah.
He'll just cast Frostbite on him again.
All right. Con save.
Yep.
It's a 21 to pass.
Yeah.
All right. He's not taking it. Floki.
All right, I'll stand up for a moment, turn around, and cast Eldritch Blast at our friend,
Let's
the
do
man
this.
who needs to die.
Real high.
All right, let's see what we got here. It's just insulting, is what it is. That's the first one misses, and the second one is a natural 20.
Yes.
Finally.
All right, let's see. Let's
It's
crit this
possible.
baby
There's
up.
a possibility here.
That's 11 crit
my
damage.
Gosh. You turn around, seeing this last figure who has his back, or you can see like right between Whistler and Kuroki, you can see this person dancing between Nex and Scooty, and you're able to thread the needle with the blast, taking out the last one. As the sound of the hissing engines and their backpacks begin to fade away, there's a sudden silence that kind of fills the air. And Nex begins to kind of clap his hands, goes, "Well, that was mighty fun. Imagine we're about a quarter of the way through them at this point." Yeah. Then
Could you perchance drop the spell real quick?
Spike growth. I lose concentration on it.
all right.
Okay, thank you.
Good call. I'd have kept it up and just let everybody walk through it. I wouldn't
I would have not been a fan of that.
have.
Yeah, then I'm just gonna land hand some HP for myself, cause like I'm kind of sore right now.
Nex kind of
Oh,
makes his way across the room towards the creature. He's like, that's a mighty fine beast you got there, Floki.
So I think so too. I'm not sure how much it likes me though. How much do you like me, little guy?
You hear a purr and a bit of like a hissing sound coming from it.
I'll scritch it. Would you kill people if I asked you to kill people?
He kind of cocks his head, and then you just hear that sound from
I'll take it. Yes. Now I have a question. Do I know what this is?
You can give me a nature or insight check.
I feel like nature'd be the one here. Not that it's amazing. It's amazing. 17.
You are certain that these are the same creatures that were aboard the Metalbeard ships earlier. And you can't identify what it is, but you know that it seems to either understand or sense magic. Like you get the inclination that it can like smell you better than others because you're magical.
Excellent. All right. Lovely. Sounds like a plan. All right. What's next?
Well,
Let's
I
go away,
managed
I'm
to
assuming.
see you through. Blando's about to show himself eventually, and of course your crewmates as well.
How healthy is everybody else looking? Like the rest of my crew, I should specify, because I don't really care about next.
Okay.
I'm
Well, if you
tanking.
care about Nex, how's he looking?
I'm tanking, and if you have any lay on hands, I'm not bad off, but I'm missing 10 hit points. But
All right.
you might want to keep it. I have my max hit points 95. So I don't know if you are close to that, then totally give it to me. But if you have a lower max, then keep it for yourself, I think.
Well, the thing is, like, I mean, because since we didn't take that rest before this, I was at whatever hit points I had. Basically, my level 7 hit points instead of my level 10 hit
Just
points.
keep it. Just keep it.
All right. Yep. Go through the doorway. Just making sure everyone's not dying on me.
I'll cast Cure Wounds on him.
Okay.
On who?
Fagrin.
Oh, thanks.
12.
Oh, nice. Yeah, okay, I got it back.
As you kind of open up this area, you can see there are these large glass panes that let you see outside beyond the walls. You can see that there's like seawater on either side of the walls. You see that you're in this area where there's like a large ring. It looks like the hallway itself seems to curve around in a ring shape, just like the city itself outside.
All right.
You guys pick that direction, all right? Just roll 20. Want to start hiding instead of revealing? Gosh dang it. I hate when it does that. It's so annoying. It's like the worst feature about Roll20. It's just like, I want to
You want to reveal this?
No,
Hide it.
I kind of like it. It's endearing. It's an experience I've been able to share across multiple dungeon masters.
So
I get to hear someone go, "God damn it! I wanted to reveal that."
Sean is here, and I just watched his favorite show where a horse gets a magical ability, and everybody gets one. But then the magical ability that it gets is that its butt starts to talk to it, and you can imagine that's a nightmare. And
Is that
every
our
time,
thing?
It's tail.
every time you hear it, you're like, I hate this too, and I make it die, and that's is what Roll20 does.
All right.
He literally called Roll20 a butt face in the most roundabout way possible.
Yeah, it's something I've struggled with as well. So it's like I understand the
Oh,
sentiment.
we're hoofing it, ain't
I'm
we?
gonna switch to
Yeah.
Foundry.
Are there any cool like wildlife that we can see outside the class, or is it just the murky depths?
It definitely looks like murky depths. You can definitely see waste coming from the city above. You do see like some nondescript fish swimming by, but nothing really interesting.
Hmm.
Look at
But
the
you
black void in front of me.
yeah, I'm sorry. I was trying to move it. I took sugar. This kind of comes to a T intersection. However, you do happen to notice some figures standing in front of you. You see standing in this area of like benches and armor. You see a dwarf wearing armor that matches the others, but he stands much taller than your standard dwarf. In fact, he kind of has that weird resemblance to Hawks. He stands very tall and rugged for a dwarf, and he kind of stands forward. And he's like, "Well, it's what a surprise to see you making it this far deep."
And who are you?
You don't know just by looking at me. Of course, I am none other than Gixley Mighthammer himself. And three of his metal-beard soldiers stand behind him.
You're Gigsley.
Aye, that be true.
Is Blando in the house?
And why ye need to know about Blando?
Murdering purposes, and I make a stabbing motion with my dagger. We're here among other reasons to kill him.
Nix kind of stands up and goes, "Aye, Gixley, and you best be not standing in our way. I'd hate to ruin your reputation." He goes, "Now, Blando's cut me a pretty good deal. Hate to run him through like this, but I can't stop you next, even if I wanted to. Or you, Fair Harbor. This is beyond me. The matter of the gods now. You want to speak to him, he's just that way." And he points down the hallway. And then as he's walking that way, he kind of looks back to Floki, and he says, "Hey, and Ramos told me that you'd be agreeing to bring me any of those oddities.
Mm-hmm.
You wouldn't happen to
keep
have
an eye
any
out.
on, would you?"
I mean, none that I'm interested in relinquishing, but a certain friend did direct me to you. We can talk about that later, though.
Aye.
And I would kind of like to sort of just like fidget and kind of draw attention to the psi tattoo I have on my wrist?
He glances at it, and he looks at you, and you see like a look of like shock and confusion.
Wink.
And he goes, "I will be around."
See you topside.
He begins to walk, and as he starts to walk away, and then over his shoulder he goes, "Oh, and don't be touching any of that blue stuff." As they start to kind of marching, their armor kind of clanking down. The hallway kind of narrows just a bit before eventually leading to a way where you can see there are 2 doors on either side.
I draw
of
my
this,
last pistol. Hey, how long does it take to reload a pistol?
It's an action, so you can go
Oh.
ahead and do that now since we're out
Yeah,
of
do
combat.
that then.
Because it doesn't take that long. It just takes both hands usually. Um, you can see there are a door on either side of this otherwise dead-end hallway.
Well, which one you want to kick open first?
Hey, Floki, can Key go in there?
Maybe. Are these sealed doors or is there some room?
Uh, there are keyholes in either of these doors.
Can I look through the keyholes?
You
Just cut out the
you-
middleman. They're keyholes.
All right. Peering through the keyholes. Which way you want to look first?
Let's do the one I'm next to presently.
All
'Cause
right.
there's
You have
room.
dark vision, so what you see as you peer your eye through there, you get your face down close to the keyhole. You can smell that strong stench that you smelled entering here. It's like very potent in this room. You also hear the fluttering and flapping, like just fluttering and flapping sounds like beating wings coming from all around. It's incredibly dark in there. From what you can tell, the basic shapes, it looks to be some type of throne room or like a shrine. You can see there are hanging vestments kind of flapping around. You can't tell what color they are, but you can see these hanging tapestries. You see different stoneworks and structures inside there. And as you peer through there, you get this like weird, creepy, chilly vibes from it.
Hey guys, I think this room might be really bad news. It doesn't seem very hospitable. Or habitable is the word I was looking for there.
Aye, and does she see a Blando in there? No.
Yeah, look through the other door with through key.
Uh,
Through
Key
the
looks
keyhole.
at the door, and you can indeed see a couple people standing in some cages.
Oh, there's cages in there. Yeah, kick that one.
Kick this door down. Actually, I look at Fager and make sure I get the go ahead from him, and then I kick the door.
Yeah, nod.
He nods. You kick the door down, and indeed you see Liz and Tolfin in prison cells. Busting the door
I
open, they both kind of shudder from the initial shock. And see you. Oh, you made it! Thankfully.
fine. Yep. And then yeah, I'm gonna try and just brute force my way through these locks on here.
All right. You start hammering away at them. At this point, Nex and Scooty kind of make their way down. And Nex takes a deep breath, and he can smell the stench coming from the room. Goes, "Aye, that be Blando."
Really? Is he like? I assumed that. Is he like a? It occurs to me I've never actually seen Blando. Is he some variety of monster?
Uh, we're all monsters in our own way, aren't we? That
Yeah,
Loki.
but I mean like physiologically.
Aye, well, when I brought the brood out here, it was and primarily brought through him. In fact, he was the host.
Ah,
Aye,
that's.
so there is that little bit of decay that he's been dealing with for some time now.
I feel like that's a really roundabout way of going about things. If you could.
Well, see, I thought it would actually take him down. I didn't think that he would be able to withstand it,
Ah,
way of, killing things.
Cloaky,
well, after you.
there's one of your keys. Everyone, it's going to be okay. Are you okay? Can you hear me?
Oh, we can hear you, Vagrant. We haven't eaten for a few days, but we can hear you.
We're gonna here. I'll give you some of my food and water, or get you out of here. You need to make a run for it. Try to get out of here. Clue, does one of your keys open this door?
Yeah, it does. You're able to reach through the key ring, find keys to fit, unlock the gates. Liz kind of comes up and gives you a hug, Kuroki.
Yeah. I give her a hug back, as well as some water rations as well, and then tell her like the safest way to get out of here. You know, the way that we cleared, because we haven't cleared the entire thing yet. Just
Right.
There's
watch
one
out
more,
for the
right?
dead bodies.
Yeah, just two.
It was just
Okay,
Yeah.
good.
Tulu starts laughing when he sees her hug Kuroki, thinking, ha, Kuroki's a sensitive guy.
Oh
I-
yeah, he's a
I-
big softy.
And
she's.
give Tulu a death glare yet again.
You can see
I'm sure Tulu's used to it at this point, but you know.
Liz cries, taking the food and drink, and she says, "This is twice now. You saved us.
Yeah, well,
Well-
someone's got to keep you safe.
We'll pay you back. I promise." And then
Yeah,
the
don't
two
worry about it.
scurry back down the way that you guys came.
Well, Captain.
All right,
Max,
I think it's time Blando dies.
listen, before we do this, if we make it out of this, I'm gonna tell you something. I intend on using that thread. Now, I've seen what this does. I can't imagine how you could have done this to this place or any. There's no telling how many ships have spread this over to the Iron Seas everywhere. Frankly, you're a madman. But whatever plans you have for me after this, know this. We live in a world where... Oh, you're right about one thing, about... whatever it was he said about the spider.
Mm-hmm.
And, well, you might be a spider next. But right now, we're deep into House McCroy, and we're gonna root out the corruption there. So even if we don't work together, we might be working to similar ends. So maybe you might consider that once we're done here.
He grins, says, "Aye, Vagrant. I've already agreed to fake the thread be yours. God's will, we'll all make it out of here alive.
Aye.
You see, I didn't mean for it to go so out of hand with the blue rod. As I told Floki, I meant only to kill Blando, but he's got a lot of endurance, a lot of strength. He's been festering down here for quite some time now.
Do we know about what Kuroki can do?
What do you mean? What kind of what do you want to know?
Your protection aura?
I mean, I'm sure I would let you guys know about it. Yeah. I would just been like, I would basically been like, I keep you safe. I asked Fagran, I clarified with him that blue rot is a disease, correct?
As far as I know.
All right. Well then, let me. He basically has to take point because he's like, I immune to disease, so you know I can't
Right.
catch this blue rot.
Everyone stay close to Clue.
Just keep the others
That's
off
why
of
they
me.
use lizard folk for the plague burners. Disease immunity.
Dragon, but okay.
Tulu, we might want to switch places.
Hmm.
I think.
Okay.
All right. Are we ready? All right. Then I kick this door down.
And roll credits.
Yeah.
Credits.
You kick the door down. As you do, this overwhelming stench just floods through. Everyone give me a wisdom saving throw.
which we have
You all get
advantage
plus
on.
3 to that.
Oh, it's plus 3. That's more reasonable. It's a wisdom saving throw?
17.
14 plus 4. We got plus 3. 14.
Yep.
18.
Yeah, that's what I got as well.
24. 25.
All right, so no one got under a 12. All right, you guys step through, and what you see would maybe be considered an ogre if an ogre were also a zombie, and an ogre were also 30 feet tall, and an ogre also had several of these bat-like creatures kind of perched on its shoulders. These bat-like creatures on the shoulders, you can see there are multiple mouths on them, and they seem to be like feeding off of this decay and rot that's growing on this creature. And as you're looking at it, you for a moment you don't notice it, and then you see this faded silhouette of a massive, like a giant humanoid behind this ogre. But it's strange and has this green aura that glows around it, and you can don't want to do that, wrong layer. And as it's standing there, you can see that it has like this skeleton face, wearing this strange mask, and has these like long green vestments that kind of come off of it on either side, and it has these long strings like vines that dangle from it that makes this ogre look like a marionette on a string. And as you guys kick down the door, revealing it, you can see this large ogre creature standing there, just festering with this mold that's like falling off its body and growing from all around it. This large green glowing humanoid standing behind them with the threads watches you all step in. At the stench hits your noses, you just feel your eyes swell and your throats begin to clench, trying to keep the stench out. And you hear the scuttle hiss come from it. Ooh, we have guests. And he goes, "What do you think, my toy?" And lifts the arm of this large ogre. Says, "Blando, kill the guests." And goes, "No, no, 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 not yet. Welcome. What honor do I have of greeting such guests?" Next kind of steps forward, and he says, "Hey, what uh, oddity to see you." And you can see, like, for the once, he actually looks flustered, and he kind of tips his hat, and he says, "Lord Darthmere, it's been many years since I've been able to see you in such presence." And he's, "Yes. Now, next, I have forgiven you for stealing my blue roll, using it for such vain needs. But I'm taking it back. It belongs to me." Next kind of just stands there in his bowing position, and you can see he is struck with fear and cannot stand up.
What did he call him?
Othmere.
Othmere.
Isn't that a...
That's a god.
God of the dead.
Oh,
Yep, this is a god. Yep.
All right.
I'll just close the door behind you guys, and
It's like,
Well,
He calls out to Fagrin. "Why have you come here, child of the star?"
I think there might be some kind of misunderstanding. I'm looking for a pirate named Blando. So, but
Delicately, he lifts his large skeletal fingers, pulling these decrepit ropes and vines which hold Blando's large, almost obese body with covered in mold and rot, and dangles it about in a way where it looks like Blando salutes you, and he says, "That be this one. What do you say, Blando? Do you recognize this fellow?" Blando. No, this guy. And
Aye.
creature kind of speaks up again. Goes, he doesn't seem to recognize you.
Well, I see that we have a misunderstanding here. We'll just be on our way then.
So you guys just leave.
Looks like Blando has had. Looks like we
Fate
can't do
worse than
anything
death.
worse to him. So I don't really. Yeah, I don't really see any
Yeah,
need to.
just just take a step back and
I've
close the door behind us.
As you guys step out and begin to leave the area, you notice that Nex is frozen in place with fear.
Next, what are you doing? Let's go.
I would like to slip. Gosh, I would like to slip in and like reach my arms around Nex's waist and physically pick him up and walk back out.
Okay, you do that. Uh, as you do, you feel this tug and pull, and you visibly see these illusionary chains appear around your own ankles. Give me an athletics check at disadvantage.
Okay, I
Uh,
apologize, but I cut out, and can I just get a short recap of what exactly just happened?
Yep. Floki is trying to carry Nex out, and Dothmir has some strange powers here.
Oh,
did you
okay.
did you say athletics at disadvantage?
Mm-hmm.
I'm so inspired right now. I'm gonna be inspired and roll that flat.
Okay.
Ooh, 17.
17, you are able to muster the strength to pick it up. As you pull at these chains, you get this moment of remembering being at the glade and having your hand be turned to roots and be stuck in place.
Mhm.
And somehow, this remembering of that moment, you're able to visualize uprooting yourself, and you're able to pull at these chains, and they snap at your feet, and you're able to pull Next out of the room.
All right, let's go. Let's get out of here now.
Shakily, Nyx kind of flutters out of the room. Uh, Scoots Magoots kind of helps you usher him out, and you all leave the room.
Hey,
Well, that was certainly a twist I did not see coming. Oh,
As you guys exit the underdocks, the beaming hot sun peers down on you. Faker, you would notice that it's perfectly clear out today. And something about the fresh sea air coming over the winds doesn't help mask the horrors you saw beneath the city. Nex's eyes are white. You see he's hyperventilating a bit. And Scooty just looks to Floki, goes, "Thank you for saving the captain."
Listen. You seem like a nice guy, Scoots. Next, can you hear me?
He stutters and mumbles, "Yes, Vagrant, yes."
Look. Maybe you can see now what you tried to use. The thing that can swallow the entire Iron Sea. There are things so far beyond us. I know that you're powerful. That you're never born or whatever that means. I've seen things. And I can't believe that you would have tried to have used something like this. You're insane.
He begins to utterly sob. He says, "Faker, you have to understand.
You've never been that close to godhood. You've never felt the draping of the regality of feeling that kind of power. But I have.
You're wrong. I feel godhood every time I'm at sea. It's all around us. You don't need to be going to something like that. If you want to try to change this place, you can set right what you've done. And if you want to work with me and the Twilight's Revenge Company, that'll be the first thing you do. And then we can talk.
I believe that's where we're going to end the session.